Today is the 14th of January. We're on session 129. And we're picking back up in Renascence. Last week was a pretty chill week. Kind of continuing the party's last real stint of downtime before the final confrontation. You guys have been given the rough schedule. You know in less than a month you are due to confront Lasharog and his fleet out at sea with the backing of the East Alliance Navy. But in the meantime, there's a wedding to plan. There's all kinds of nice, friendly, sweet conversations to be had. Maybe some last-minute prep. We'll see if that happens.
Oh, there's definitely going to be last-minute prep. I did not plan a single one of the things that I'm supposed to stay ahead of time, and I might need to borrow Noel to make sure it makes sense.
Oops.
I mean, it seems to fit the theme of the couple, so...
Joke's on you. They wrote their vows.
Oh, no, because, usually there's like a German thing before that.
That said, today is the 5th of Arendath, the third month of the year. It's slowly starting to warm up in Vergos. Spring is on its way. Still kind of nippy in the mornings, but otherwise weather's been getting steadily nicer. If only that dang red light across the sea would just go away.
This is not the ambient lighting we were hoping for.
But it's been getting slowly brighter week after week.
It makes the nighttime so much more ominous.
Actually, I have a picture I could probably share for what it looks like at this point.
On the upside, if you can't read the stars, you know which side or which way is west.
That's true.
You guys are probably about here at night in the distance.
I'm sure it's probably nothing.
Terrifying.
It's not ominous at all.
So Lauren wants a morning wedding.
It just blends in with the sunrise.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, west-facing venue.
Yep.
So, but yeah. Does anybody have a question? Any questions? Or are we good to just kind of get going and somebody start doing a thing?
I got no specific questions for you.
All right.
Well,
Has Lauren picked out her dress?
Trani has drawn the dress.
Has Lauren picked out her dress?
No. Lauren is not.
Well, that is something that we are going to be doing today.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Because some random person drew you in it, so we have to figure out what you're wearing.
in a way, she's picked out her dress, and in a way, she hasn't.
No way.
Fate has decided your clothing this day.
I have seen it. I mean, I haven't actually seen it, but I heard it.
We need to have like a little bachelorette party and Lauren drink you all under the table.
Oh, I am thoroughly going to be cheating by casting Minor Restoration on myself.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's cheeky.
I mean, I'm saying it in advance, and we all know that Lauren's alcohol tolerance is very high, and B, this is a brand new body. I highly doubt it has an alcohol tolerance.
That's true.
That's quite possible.
That's a fair point, actually. Burberry could get shit-faced.
I have a cheap date right now.
Lauren loves a cheap date.
No, you're engaged.
She loved a cheap date.
Heather's still a pretty cheap date.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Lauren, most people are.
Lauren's not that expensive. She buys her own booze.
Yeah, Fair enough. By that logic, Lauren's a free date.
Yeah, she is a free date.
But yes, wedding dress. We'll find something that makes you look stunning, elegant, and just a little bit floozy. And it'll be excellent.
I think she's got it on the nose, honestly.
Actually, yeah, you got it right on the nose, actually.
Just a little bit, not a lot, because we still have some decorum.
Yeah, I do think Lauren, if we do go do wedding dresses, she's going to be having a terrible time putting on all these clothes.
That tracks.
Probably.
Like, she's just like, I feel like the seamstress that she's there, she's like, oh my god, it's so heavy. And she's, seamstress is like,
I apologize. For some reason, I thought we were starting at 8:30.
No worries. It's downtime. So there's not a rush necessarily to get things moving.
would you like the picture now or later?
I'll get it after we've figured out what you're actually wearing.
Alright.
So I guess we're doing wedding shopping then.
Alright.
Listen, there's probably a bouquet. The person who's controlling me isn't sure exactly what wedding customs there are in this city, but there's probably a bouquet.
Probably.
It's a safe assumption.
Maybe, well, I'd say save the dates, but I'm pretty sure you got that covered. Do we have a venue, or do we need to find a venue?
Well, the venue's gonna probably be the resort on Feral.
Okay, so I imagine you've got the honeymoon suite booked.
No, I need to go talk to them.
All right, we're doing that today. I feel like Burberry just shoves a Lauren through all
Burberry
of
is a good wedding planner.
I mean, to be fair, he's kind of a priest.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he took classes on this at
I
the.
feel like
It was his favorite elective in seminary.
I feel like Burberry's like, all right, make us walk through trees. We need to go to Feral. Go. Onwards.
Shoves her out the
No,
door.
like honestly, that I feel like that might have actually been like not a class, but like something that you were required to sit in at least like a couple of.
Sure.
Like while in class, like, oh, this is how you do, the ceremony for this god. This is how you do the ceremony for this god. Like,
Right.
It's the word symposium. Is that what it is?
Sure.
Is that a word?
When you have like a special little thing you teach, and I can't remember what it's called.
Seminar?
Seminar. That's it.
I feel like
An ed talk?
a Lauren would probably go to Adlar and be like, "Do you know anything about your guys' traditional weddings on Feral?"
I mean, I grew up there. I've been to my fair share.
So I
sure.
should ask your dad.
No, you can just ask me. I'm right here.
Yeah, but you let off in a way that makes me feel like you're not going to have the information I want.
Not the most confident.
Yeah, it was not a confident response. Yeah, I grew up there, I guess.
I thought that was more of a casual reassurance that, yes, I'm from there. I know.
No, you're from Feral? How's that getting crazy? I thought I met you, like, on the other side of the planet.
Okay.
You look over at Burberry and he's taking notes.
Don't forget to get to my good side. Since you're drawing.
I don't think he's on you. Burberry's a note taker.
Yes, well, if there is a Lauren and Adlar's relationship is one of great energy and sometimes conflict, but it's important.
Okay. Info. Tell me. Or I'm gonna go talk to your dad and your mom.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So
Think back to every wedding he's ever attended.
he thinks back to all those weddings he attended in his youth, and it does not sound to be a terribly out there sort of process. For as eclectic as the way is, marriage on Feral seems to be a fairly traditional affair. There is some sort of priest or officiant that presides over the ceremony itself. There's an exchange of vows. There's not necessarily a specific type of like ring exchange required. It's much more open-ended.
No ring exchange?
It doesn't have to be rings. They exchange something. Sometimes it's like they'll exchange like a shawl, or they'll exchange a hat, or like scepters if they're particularly wealthy. They make like a big like ornamental thing.
Huh.
It's pretty open. You can kind of make it mean what you want it to mean. The divergence, I think, from more traditional like human weddings, or I guess weddings that you might have seen around Freeport, I guess, they tend to be they tend to have a very, very lengthy like after party. The reception tends to stretch until the next morning.
Fuck yeah. Lauren's like, hell yeah, we're gonna party till the break of dawn, literally? Oh, this is gonna be great. It's partying, right? It's not like...
I mean, it's pretty relaxed. Like, the first hour or two is like, okay,
Oh.
speech, yay, toast, yay, first dance, yay. But then, you know, by the end of it, everyone's like, we're on our third shift at the grill. You know, we got people from down the street coming back with, you know, another fresh pot of curry. It turns into like a big
So,
neighborhood thing.
how drunk am I allowed to get? Or high?
I can fix anything.
You do you, okay?
But would it be looked frowned upon for the bride and the groom to be completely wasted?
Again, I can fix anything, and I
intend
will.
to get as high as I feel like getting. So, you know, I would encourage you to do the same.
You do have to be able to walk straight to get down the aisle, but I think that's about the minimum.
Well, I think that's after. We're talking about after.
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yeah, the reception is like, whatever. The hot part is over.
I imagine Lauren being faded as hell before the wedding. Just walking down the aisle, she tips over.
No. She'll keep it together for the wedding.
No.
The reception's where we get tippy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I can have a good time at the reception. Awesome.
I mean, I intend to
Take
request
her out. She
some of the... he cuts himself off there. He's like, that was supposed to be a surprise, actually.
You were planning on doing what?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so if we have to exchange something, what should we be exchanging? I have ideas.
Something meaningful to you and I mean...
Okay, well, mine thing's gonna be two things. So,
Two things.
yes.
Okay, well, shit.
Yeah, sorry. You can give me one thing, it's fine. But they both kind of go hand in hand. Because,
You're going to make me work for this one, huh?
yeah, of course, duh.
Okay. Speaking of working for... Do we have a date picked out yet?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like Berber's just in there like...
Do you hear this typing?
No.
Periodically.
Well, I figured it was going to be like right before we go off into the grand battle. Maybe have a few days to just, you know, do stuff.
I will say, Noelle's not there for this, but something we probably would have mentioned is I think it would be wise for us to have at least a few days on the ship as it approaches, just in case something unexpected happens, and we can get used to being there.
I think that was kind of because we were meeting up before they fully engaged too.
Well, we can stay out of the ship as long as we want because we can teleport on board because of Noelle's teleport spell.
Oh yeah.
So we have as much time as we need until the last possible second, and I was thinking we would probably teleport there like maybe 3 to 4 days before. So
Yeah, no, that was a Lauren's plan.
Okay,
I
well,
mean, we're gonna have to talk about stuff.
I do have dates actually that I could give you guys because I did the math.
Okay.
So the East Alliance Navy is leaving Freeport in a couple of days. Right, they're going to be leaving town on the 7th, and they are traveling to the north coast of the island of Tulane, which is about 400 miles from Freeport. It's going to take them about 6 days to get there. There are ships coming from as far as the cities of like Soniri and Escobar, which is like an 11-day trip. So the fleet's going to be assembling over the course of the next like week and a half.
After they get there, after the first 6 days?
After the first ships get to that rendezvous
Gotcha,
point. So
okay.
they're going to be...
I was like, we got 6 days to plan a wedding, y'all. Holy shit.
No, they're the fleet like assembled at that rendezvous point. The goal is to have the fleet put together by the 20th, and after that, it's like another 15 days until they expect they'll intercept.
Okay, so we have like
Mosharog. So the rough projection is that they'll probably be ready for battle by the 35th.
We're at the 7th.
Do it.
Okay, I still think we could, because I think we could have set a date, honestly, probably before this.
Mm.
And I could say the wedding's maybe in like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe.
So somewhere after the 20th?
Yeah. Okay. Because then, we got to Freeport a little while ago.
Yeah.
We've
So-
been here for a bit.
Yeah, so that would give us, I think that'd be enough time, technically, to
So
put it all together.
snapping back to the present, Adlar is looking over his list of wedding stuff he has planned, and would actually have a request for you.
Okay.
Are you going to Farrell anytime soon?
I think that's where we're headed. We're literally after this conversation.
Oh, good. Okay, so I need to go with you. I have some stuff to take care of in town.
What do you have to take care of?
Wedding stuff.
Can I see
Oh,
that?
Adlar. Actually, if I could talk to you about that while Lauren's like,
Sure.
Am I getting kicked out right now?
yes,
Oh,
he will say that to your face. Yes.
okay. Well, I guess I'll go then.
Oh no, we'll be back shortly. It's just out of earshot. Just I have to make sure that all the things are up to code or whatever.
Those are not the ones you are going to.
Wait, we're not at the wedding dress shop. He wouldn't be here with her. Are you kidding me? No.
Man, have I just been hearing very, very convincing voices of Adlar?
I didn't think you would come to the wedding gown shop.
He followed and got kicked out immediately because it was like, wait, you can't be here, idiot.
Yeah, we're like talking. She's in a wedding dress, and she's like, "Wait, get out of here! Don't kick me out. I'm kicking you out.
I'm going.
You're not supposed to see that. That's bad luck, Adlar. We need all
You're
the
not
friends."
picking that one anyways.
I'm not. It's not slutty enough. But anyways,
I'll be back shortly while they're trying to get you in whatever next ensemble.
Okay, what can I do for you, buddy?
Is there anything in particular that you would like for the ceremony, or I know that the Pharaoh is a purveyor of the way. Is there a particular way to incorporate that into a normal ceremony? How do you usually have weddings over there?
Typically, the Fae do not figure terribly heavily into the ceremony. We
we
usually
can
put
invite
out
the
a...
gatekeeper.
You're not out here.
Sorry, I have really good
Your
ears.
hearing is incredible.
It
I have
really
great
is.
perception. Let's be real. She probably could hear.
I'm gonna cast silence on the door.
I say that, and then you're like, silence.
Okay, so usually there is an offering table put out for them, a spread that is not for us, it is entirely for the Fae, so that they have something to eat and drink and whatever, and they do not decide to be rambunctious children during the wedding. But that is about as much as is required as far as the way goes. I'm not opposed to inviting the gatekeeper if you want to, but I also don't know if she's going to attend. She typically does not attend weddings, as far as I know.
I'm just imagining the gatekeeper actually showing up and just eating off of the banquet table. All right, invitation to the gate, like writing this down. To the gatekeeper. Is there anything that you would like to see in the ceremony? Besides Allura looking rocking in that dress, whichever one she picks.
Right. He fights himself not to look over his shoulder. I don't know. Fireworks would be cool or something.
Fireworks.
I like fireworks. I don't know how you feel about that at the wedding, but...
Oh, well, I mean, it's fine. And if worst comes to worst, I can always just get a major illusion scroll for shower of rose petals.
Sure, yeah. That sounds cool. Are you terribly busy these next couple of weeks?
I mean, I am at your disposal.
Okay, well, I wanted to make Allura a thing. I don't know if she'll actually wear it, but...
if you give it to her, I'm sure she will wear it.
It would require a decent amount of work. And I was hoping to enlist somebody to help. And I know the Gatewatch is about to leave town, so they're kind of off the table.
Well, you are in luck, because I do happen to have a plethora of fun bucks.
Right.
So if you need assistance,
okay, that's
we
good,
can also
actually.
hire someone if it's not within my spell repertoire.
That is good. I don't know how long it will take me to get on Ferro, but if I don't find anything in the next couple of days, I guess check in every day or two. And then, yeah, I guess come grab me when it's done, or when I'm done there, and then we can take it back here, and then the Alliance can do the thing with it.
Yes. Well, I believe we're heading to Feral either this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
Perfect, yes. Yes.
So if you would like, is there any, like, restaurant, pub, fun place for Adlar to hang out in this immediate area?
I mean, there's tons of little places in Freeport. It's a very dense city. There's a lot.
I meant more like something within, like, 100 yards.
Spitting distance, sure. Yeah.
That I can point him and say, you can go hang in there until we're done.
There's probably a coffee shop not too far away.
All right. Yeah.
Sure.
If you would like to wait, I'll let Allura know that you would like to come along. Although I'm fairly sure she already knows. And we'll come get you after we've picked out the dress.
That sounds like a plan.
You. Sorry. You. Please. Do you have your outfit ready? Do I need to do this again?
No. It is part of the business I need to take care of on Feral.
Burberry, I hate dresses. It's too much fabric.
I can't hear you through silence.
Yeah, she's saying it out loud though. Oh no, she's telepathic. Burberry, there's too much cloth. I hate this.
Oh, well, I mean, you could, and he does say this, like, out loud and thinking, if it really bothers you, you could just have them cut portions of it off.
Can? Oh, thank God.
Yes, alterations are a thing.
Oh, blessings above.
Response.
I mean, it's not gonna give anything away. She already said the words, it needs to be sluttier, so
It's happening. So, dress shopping continues. Eventually.
Do you want me to describe the dress she ends up with, or
Yeah, what does it look like?
Alright. So, it's a mermaid cut dress.
Of course it is.
Yep. And it's like slightly purple. And it has like a little aspect of a jellyfish on the mermaid part
Aw.
at the bottom. And I will send to you what I drew. And it does have it's pretty tame for a Lauren. You'll be proud of her. She kept it in check.
Very nice. Oh, Lauren, you look like Barnaby can look at with you without blushing.
He can.
Oh, it turned out so cute.
It is super cute.
So that's your wedding dress.
Awesome.
If Adlar's outfit is the type to have a pocket, I am going to have a pocket square made that matches the fabric of a Lauren's dress.
There's a pocket on that.
I don't think there are pockets on that one.
I don't know yet, so I'm gonna have him make one, and then if I don't end up using it, then at least I'll have it.
Just in case.
Wait, what? That's gonna be what? 2-3 gold?
Probably not even
Pocket
that.
square?
Don't even think it would be
They
that.
can make it out of the fabric that you
those don't
cut
have a
off.
pocket. Those don't have pockets.
Then worse. We'll give him an ascot.
Maybe like a long, shawl type thing.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, and it would go well with the green.
Yeah.
And they can make it out of the sleeves. So I assume that Lauren had those removed.
She did.
Just cut off the entire top
Yeah, she's
fifth
like,
of the dress.
yeah, she took off all the top. She cut down the big V. She's like, no, this is
Deeper.
too much.
Deeper.
Deeper.
It's going to fall off of you.
No, it's not. It will stick. I will make it stick.
But yeah, Burberry will get them to make a skull scarf.
Make
Make
me
it
a
fashion
scarf. I don't know what that
Scarf.
means, sir.
To go with the dress.
Like a green one.
That very faint lilac kind of color.
Yeah. Mhm.
Gotcha.
Again, I don't know what Adlar's outfit looks like yet, so I'm just gonna go with the one that I have seen.
Oh, that's his outfit. In
No,
there.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
I know that. Burberry hasn't seen it
Burberry
yet.
does not.
I feel like you hand it to a Lord, and she's like, "Where does this go?"
Well, no, I don't give it to Lauren. I'm
Oh.
gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna give it to Adlar.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
The Lord's gonna be like, "More cloth." Thank you, Burberry.
It's a scarf. I'm sorry.
After the dress is secured, whatever sundry other items need to be taken care of today.
Oh well, we do need to get a garter.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh, it's for some ceremonies they'll throw the garter instead of the bouquet. Or maybe
is the
they throw a garter for the, because you throw the bouquet to see what girl will get married next, and I think you throw the garter to see what boy gets married next.
Okay. Where does this garter go?
Where garters? How do I know this?
I don't wear garters. Do you not see my typical dress?
He doesn't wear clothes. Usually.
I know, but I still assume that you know what one was.
No.
I think
you show it to her. She's like, "Oh, it's that thing. That thing looks complicated."
It's literally just a shirt.
It'll be upper thigh. There's like a little buckle or something.
Oh no, ring of fabric. Oh no, that's too complicated.
Too much for me.
Okay. It's not gonna attach tights or anything, is it?
No. But and you know what? Looking at it with the cut, and like Burberry looks at the cut of your dress and then looks at the thing. I don't think you'll be able to get this off.
Adler can help me.
Don't say with his teeth. Don't say with his teeth.
With his teeth. that. That is an actual ceremony thing that does happen.
You didn't even know what a garter was! How did you know that part?
I didn't know what the garter was, but I heard it gets taken off with the teeth, whatever that means. But now I understand. I'd love for him to take the garter off with the teeth.
I think Burberry does exactly what I'm doing right now and just falls into a fit of giggles. Or,
it's the most sexual thing that I've read about a wedding. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Huh? Nope, that's technically wedding night. That's not the wedding itself.
Yep, not at the wedding. I mean, we could do it at the wedding. Somewhere.
As a pastor in the semi-not highest regard, I will politely say no.
I will take your note into consideration.
Do you want Barnaby to come to the ceremony?
I'm not gonna do it in front of anybody, damn! I'll just do it under the table, shit! Under the table!
What?
I repeat my previous query.
Burberry just writes down tablecloths.
Actually, with parentheses, soundproof?
Extra long. Yeah. So you guys continue with the wedding shopping for the day. Eventually, you will get around to walking through a tree to get to Farrell. As you emerge back onto the island, Adlar will very quickly excuse himself, wishing you all luck with whatever it is that you're here to do, and he'll just remind you, Burberry, give me a couple of days and then check in.
Yes.
And you will see him head off into town towards the general direction of his home.
Oh, that's funny, because Lauren was about to go to his home, too.
Oh, really?
I like the idea that he's like, I'll see you later, and we go, see you later, and then we just both walk in the same direction.
She's like, where are you going?
Where are you going?
You're both going to the parents' house. Come on.
Why are you going to my parents? I told you everything you need to know.
I don't know if I believe that.
What do you mean you don't believe that? You don't trust me?
You don't seem like
your
the most-
husband to be?
You don't sound like you don't seem like the most studious person that paid attention in class.
What's to pay attention to? It's a wedding.
Exactly. Your dad's an elder. I'm sure he knows everything about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you guys go to his parents' house. You get the usual welcome. Just immediately pulled in, food set down in front of you at the table. Adlar is very quickly going to wrestle free of this interaction. He's like, hello, it's good to see you. I have to go. I have to get to work. And he's going to head upstairs. Meanwhile.
Lauren, do you need me here for this conversation?
Okay.
All right. I will be at the sculptor's house.
Okay.
I'm going to commission the sculptor for a wedding topper.
Cute.
Okay.
What are you doing at the parents' house, Johnny?
I think Lauren is so curious, and she's like, "Don't figure out what he's not allowed to know." But I think she would genuinely go there just to ask questions about the wedding with his parents to see if there's any other insight that Adlar
skipped over.
I love him, but I also know him, so I just need to double check.
Usually after the officiant has given their... I assume that would be your friend Burberry, unless I'm mistaken.
Nope, Burberry, you are correct.
Yes, correctly, good. So usually after the officiant presides over the exchange, after the vows are given, there is usually a blessing offered by the elders of the island.
Would be you.
Would be me.
Is he just cheesing so hard?
Big smile. So I am very much looking forward to that. But from the sound of it, otherwise, he more or less covered everything.
Wow. I'm so proud of him. Look at that.
It's almost as though he's excited or something.
Yeah,
Crazy, right?
that's very crazy.
Laura, with your passive perception, I think you would hear very soft sounds of footfalls, like outside the window, as like something hits the ground, and you just glance over Dadlar's shoulder to see what looks like Adlar with a quiver and bow over his shoulder, just fucking hoofing it down the street away from the house.
He just jumped out of a window.
He does that.
You should have seen him in his teen years.
He hasn't stopped. I suspect he may be collecting something for the wedding then.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Well, I just wanted to double check just in case I didn't want to get blind by something that I was supposed to do and didn't do. So
Don't worry, this is a celebration. There is nothing to worry about. It is going to be a great time. He told you about the feast, right?
the feast, yes.
Oh yes. Oh, it is the best part.
Is
of
like
it.
all of Feral invited to this?
I mean, as much of Gladham as would like to come.
Okay, cool. I mean, I think they were at our last Rager, so. And you guys were too, because we beat you in volleyball. Remember me, Noel?
I recall. Yes, you are very good.
Thank you.
Never gonna live
I would
that
hope
down.
I'd be good at volleyball if I'm gonna go kill a fucking god.
You got these. But yeah, outside of just kind of skipping over his,
Oh, I think she would ask her mom for like traditional like wedding dresses and like what they would look like that. She probably would have done that before buying it. Finally deciding on the dress. But
I mean, she'd probably show you her own dress, which is not necessarily a super form-fitting dress. It's got a lot more kind of cinch and drapery to it as the gown, although it's not like a big billowy like hoop skirt thing. Very, very bright, vivid geometric patterns and kind of like interweave like foliage or embroidery and like gold thread on top of that.
Okay.
It's a beautiful dress. But I think as she's, showing it off to you, she would tell you, like, do not feel pressured to wear our style, my dear. You are a lovely young lady, and I am sure your people have their own customs.
we don't really have dresses, so yeah, we don't really wear a lot, especially if we live underwater.
Jewelry,
Johnny,
Yes,
you
it's
can
true.
always wear the one that you drew at the reception. You can have 2 different dresses,
You could.
just in case that's what that glare was about.
Well, if
What glare? The mother's glare?
Oh, sorry.
was no-
I'm just staring at Jacob like so intently. It's just like, oh no.
No, not glare.
she would say, like, whatever customs of your own that you wish to honor in the ceremony, I would encourage you to pursue. Incorporate your own people's way of joining.
I mean, it's not too dissimilar from your own. So, we eat a lot.
Shouldn't be a problem.
So we'll probably have a lot of raw fish because we like.
I will be curious to see how it is prepared.
Lots
You can
of,
definitely tell she's a little skeptical. I don't think she's ever had it, but
lots of raw seafood. It's our favorite. With some. Up here, they'd serve it with rice. So.
I do like rice. Well, do you have arrangements for food, mates?
Nope.
Okay. You leave that to me.
Thank you. I'll figure out the fish thing though.
I can take care of it. Don't worry.
Okay. My whole family's, and what's the rest of it. So.
Will you get to meet your mother?
Yes, she will be there.
Good, very good. Well, I look forward to meeting them all. And yeah, she's doing her best to reassure you. It's like, whatever you want to wear, like, whatever is the most comfortable for you, like, you do you, you know? Like, this is the way we do things, but it's much more about you being there with Adlar than it is whatever it is you're wearing, you know?
Other than that, I think she would then go to the big place, the resort.
North Shores?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Bolton is there. Greets you at the front desk, eagerly. He says, Lauren, it has been quite a while. How
she
are
has
you,
Dadlar to
Agnes?
go with her, actually.
And Mr. Nura, welcome back to the
I
North
feel like
Shore
she'd be like,
Gardens.
get us a good discount, Mr. Albert.
Sure, yeah. They have a nice little schmooze.
Yeah, she's like,
across the desk, and as soon as the subject of a wedding comes up, Boaten's eyes light up. He looks excited at the prospect. Sounds like it's been a while since they actually hosted a wedding at the resort. From the sound of it, it doesn't sound like the feral natives necessarily celebrate at the resort very often. They tend to do their celebrations in town more often than not. So Boaten is very excited about the idea of hosting a wedding, because usually it's like, visitors to the island more so than the people. So this is exciting for him. He knows how good the food in town is. Very, very excited to have that coming in. And I think that venue is probably not going to be too terribly expensive, probably like 100 gold.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna take it. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What's your
I've got
problem?
nothing to say.
What's your
Johnny, we
problem?
have so much money.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. I'm just remembering how much money we spent for like one night there for rooms, and I'm just like,
I don't think we ended up having to pay.
it was like 5 gold per night or something.
Because we negotiated just staying at the resort in exchange for getting rid of the goblins initially.
Yeah, I just remember there was when we
We
first
might
got
have
our
paid
quote,
for a
it was
night.
like,
I mean, it's a bougie hotel, so you're going to pay a chunk
Yeah.
for a night. But, I mean, it's not like you guys are taking over the hotel.
yeah.
You know?
I think she would ask for rooms for
Her family.
her family and the villagers, though.
Of course.
Also, of course, we love the honeymoon suite.
I'm one step ahead of you. He's like
Oh,
penciling you guys in
you
the
should
book.
also ask him how much it costs for an open bar.
How much for an open bar and open weed?
Well, we'll put another 15 on their bill.
Okay.
15 gold for open bar. That's
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad, actually. I was expecting way higher.
Open bar and weed.
Considering
yeah.
that a
I
nice,
feel like that's why I brought up Mr. Dadlar.
yeah, the old senior discount.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gold again. That's a decent chunk of money.
Well,
It's just not much to you at level 14.
No, but isn't there like you can get like nice wine for 10 gold or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
A
And
bottle
it's
of
for a
nice
whole
wine.
room of people.
This is a lot of booze.
Actually, no,
Oh.
we should stop talking or he's gonna raise the price.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why when I was saying something, I was like, no, I'm not going to say anything right now.
You got the Dadlar discount.
I got the Dadlar discount. she would also, when she saw his parents, give them the Fae-styled statues. Like 2 of them, because she still has one for Adlar.
Oh, from Libria?
Yeah.
Okay. They would have been very taken with those. Very, very, like, novel style compared to, like, most of the other artwork in their house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they really stand out. But they immediately, like, fucking push the stuff on the mantle aside and played them both right in the middle.
That's
they're from very far away.
They are from very far away. Libria.
Even in Libria, the Fae's reputation precedes them.
Yeah.
Look at them. They are perfect.
She leaves the house, they immediately take them down.
No.
So mean-spirited.
No, they're still there when you go back.
Well, with that all secured, I think Lauren only has one other, like, big thing, so I think everything else can just be... Well, besides, like, bachelorette party, of course, but she only has one other major conversation she wants to have, but that can happen.
On Feral, or is that in the next few days?
It would be in the next few days.
Okay.
But I will open the floor to anybody else that wants something.
Okay.
Since we've done a lot of Lauren wedding planning, so.
I guess to wrap this up for this beginning of the wedding session, you guys get kind of the major bits of the wedding stuff all hammered out today in Freeport and in Feral. And you and Burberry would be able to get back to Freeport without too much issue. I think Adlar would send to you with his sending stone like later that night and let you know it's like, hey, I'm good. Just looking for some stuff. So I'll be back in a few days.
Yeah, hopefully. I know. You jumped out of the window. I heard you.
He can't respond because he already said so.
You saw it?
It was not sneaky enough.
There's no such thing as sneaky enough when Lauren's rolling perception.
So I will say, Burberry, you not get a hey, come and get me from Adlar until like 4 days later.
Okay. And I did wedding topper of Aloran and Adlar from the lady.
Yeah. God, what was her name?
I have it in my notes somewhere.
That's way back there.
Is it like Brie or something?
Oh.
As we all go to our notes.
What's her name?
The race now.
Lee Barrows.
Lee, that was it. I was like, I knew it was an E sound. Okay, yeah. I mean, easy one for Lee. That's not a big deal. Wedding toppers are a little bitty. That's a fucking afternoon. She can get that fucking carved. So that's probably like a 5 gold.
Cool.
And I'll say when you collect it, you can see that she's putting some work on this one. Definitely like very fine details in the face and you know the proportions of everything, and the figures have been glazed with like some tinted oils, so they kind of have the right color on them. And then over that, there's like some like little bits of gold leaf filigree that have kind of like accented.
You know what? I'll tip her an extra 3 gold for that.
Oh, look at that! She got her money's worth. All right. So, what else is happening while this is all going on?
No,
I feel like Burberry starts to figure out catering. Alora's like, no, they got it.
Burberry's like, thank God. Don't think about it.
Mom Lar's on it.
Yeah, the other big thing she would have done was drop off all the. She would have picked dresses for all like the villagers, and given them the measurements so they could make the alterations and chosen like dresses for people.
Gotcha.
We might need to borrow one of the seamstresses day of just for any last minute little changes.
Yeah.
Could we rent a seamstress?
I don't know. I don't know if Lauren's gonna have bridesmaids or not. Is Adler gonna have groomsmen?
Well, I can guarantee you at least 2.
Yes.
Assuming Jade's up for task.
I think she would be.
Because it would
And
be
I'm assuming that
Saren.
Saren would want to be one.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to send to Adlar.
Okay.
And
This is while
say,
he's still on Feral.
yeah, and
Okay.
say, sorry for bothering you out of nowhere. Do you have a list of groomsmen?
Uh,
I imagine that he would want,
what day are you sending this to?
I'll say, like, I don't know what day Lauren starts talking or goes to do bridesmaids' dresses, but I would do it that day because I'd be like, oh.
Right.
Well,
Well, it's also just the dresses for everybody in the
We'll
village.
say this is actually the day he asks you to come get him. You
I'm
message
assuming
him-
Duto would be one.
You message him, and the reply comes back a little frantic. He sounds like he is breathing very heavily, and is a little bit distracted. He says, "Doto for sure." Ah, shit! Stay still, you. Beyond that, shit.
Just gonna waste all his words on shit.
Yeah. There's like a gap in the sitting, and eventually he's like, "Okay, Doto, Barnaby and John, if they like, I don't really know if anyone else. You're officiating.
Couple?
You can't be a groomsman. You're officiating."
Could be a groomsman after the officiating.
That's not how that works.
Oh.
I
can throw my garter at you.
Oh, I don't know if Barnaby will be a very good one. I don't think you're gonna get him in a tux.
Oh god, the smell.
He refuses to take off that armor for anything.
Barnaby's just gonna be in like the background of the wedding, just like looks like a guard, just there.
There's gonna be security. Don't worry about me.
You have a special groomsman role, Barnaby. You stand 200 feet that way.
Got a security detail.
Aside
Up or downwind.
Yeah, I thought I didn't really have a lot of people to like groomsmen for him.
Fair. I'm sorry, I can't perform both roles anymore. I'm
It's a-
only in one spot.
I think on the second sending of this conversation, he said, "Oh, so by the way, if you want to meet me in Gladham in like 5 hours,
Done.
cool. And when you pick him up, he has this like big rolled animal skin.
I'll offer like my bag of savings and say I could give it back to you after we've gotten back.
He can get it. He's not a big deal. He's fine.
All right. I
he's pretty
I
low.
assumed you'd want to hide it from Lauren.
She's not going to know what this is. Take it to Franco for Franco, and then they can finish it.
All right. Well, we're gonna go do that then. How much is that gonna cost? I don't even know what he wants done to it.
I don't even know what it is.
You will give his instructions, and it is going to run to expedite it. Probably like 4,000 gold.
Okay. You know what? This is my wedding present.
You're helping Adlar with this.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
4,000 gold. Oof.
Like that's a pretty good wedding present.
No
4,000.
kidding. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a honker.
I got this 10 gold bottle of wine. I just.
Oh, how much would a Lauren stuff be for Adlar?
What are you getting for him?
Well, I wanna save that. I'll send it.
I need to know what it is.
I
Send
know.
it to me.
Well, I told you it earlier on my way home.
You're Adlar. She can't tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't want you guys to know. I want you guys to be like, "Oh, that's so cute."
Okay, method me to refresh me because I actually have a couple of DMs right now that I need to answer.
Also, I'm just looking it up just to confirm. Smoke baths kill the things that make you smell bad. Just saying.
I
It
mean,
literally kills the germs that make you stink.
Barnaby just smells like a campfire.
You smell like
24/7.
smoke.
you know what?
Barnaby.
You know what? Barnaby, that might be true, but no amount of smoke is going to get rid of that mud smell.
Look,
Or
I'm
the
not
Couldn't you
disputing
just
the mud.
wait, couldn't you just prestidigitation yourself clean?
He won't.
I'm not going to
because-
touch that. Like, I'm not going to have people touch me like that. I know what prestidigitation means. It means using
They
your
don't
fingers
need
all weird
touch you.
like.
They don't need to touch you, Barnaby.
Yeah, next
It's
time.
not
I'm
a
just gonna-
touch
you know what?
spell.
I'm just gonna cast Firestorm on Barnaby and just burn all the dirt away.
Firestorm and then resurrection.
I feel like a Lauren would go up to Barnaby. Barnaby, for my wedding day, would you clean your armor for me, please?
Oh, this is a wedding gift?
This is my wedding.
Yeah, I can take the mud off of it, I guess, but the smoke and ash marks, they're kind of more burnt in.
No, you should ask Barnaby to be the ring bearer and then polymorph him into a dog.
No! Oh
Barb.
my god, I just remembered
after that.
I have another conversation to have. So I was gonna ask, I can't remember her name. The Secundo's sister?
Susanna.
Susanna. I was gonna ask her to be the,
Oh.
like, the flower girl.
Oh no.
Oh, I think it'd be cool. Fiery flower petals? Yeah.
Yes, cool.
Just make sure it's near the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, we can make Secundo one of the groomsmen.
Oh yeah, Sakuna and Reindeer.
Good. Yeah, there you go.
Done. Okay.
Alorna will ask Alexi to be one of her bridesmaids.
Yeah, I'll say Rainer for groomsmen, and then we can have Secundo walk with Susanna down the aisle
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
for the
sense.
ring bearing.
Yeah.
Why am I so invested in this?
What's Alexi's response when she asks him to be one of her bridesmaids?
Ask Alexi to be a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Alexi would look at you and he would say, I'm going to be
You can
on the
teleport.
ship."
No, you guys have to be there for my wedding.
Well, we can't leave the ship at sea.
Well, it's gonna be at port during the wedding.
When is the wedding?
Sometime when the ship's at port.
I will move it. It will happen.
Before the 20th?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be like the day before they have to leave.
Like the 19th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'll
then
Because I feel like Lauren would want Alexia and Gideon and them to be
Wait,
a
at
part
what
of it.
port are we talking about? You're having your wedding on Fayroll.
Well, at the other port on the other island.
That's where the wedding's
Where-
gonna be?
No.
No, the fleet is assembling at Tulane, so the ships are going to be in harbor
Oh.
while they're
Oh,
waiting.
I see. They're just gonna be waiting for the other ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you couldn't leave for that.
I mean, it'd be fair. You don't really want to leave that particular ship unattended because if it goes missing, that would suck.
Well, I mean, Gideon's not gonna leave that ship, I don't think.
Yeah, Alexi would definitely say, like, I don't know that Gideon would leave the ship unattended, but I mean, probably get Gerald at the very least.
I think Gerald. He's more than welcome to come, but I don't want to come.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
You know that we used to gang all the time, right?
Oh, I remember.
Oh, okay.
Well, Lauren's having that conversation.
I don't think he bears you any ill will.
Okay. Yeah, you can go. Sure.
I'll go talk to Ranger, Secundo, and...
Well,
and
I think it's
Xana.
more of like Adlar and him were beefing for a while, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
More so than me and him.
Well, I mean, they can work...
It was just a little awkward.
They can work that out during the orgy.
Got some stuff to work out.
Oh, God.
Oh, I can buy Susanna a little dress!
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
No, that was like my whole idea. I was like, oh my god, Susanna would be perfect for like... Ring bearer makes more sense, because the ring she cannot burn.
Yes. She can make them very hot, but you know, they won't burn.
Well, that would be probably a Lauren ring bearer, because a Lauren can't wear rings because she has pins between her fingers.
I mean, you can do like hair rings. You've done those before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Or you know, there's always the classic ring around a chain.
Oh yeah.
There are ways around this.
Fair enough. I hope Adler chooses a... gives her a chain to wear it on. If that's the case.
It's just a bangle.
I was joking to Jacob. I was like, yeah, you could just give her a fucking bangle. She wears those all the time. She does not take those off.
Assuming that Secundo is comfortable enough lending us, or going with Susanna for a different continent for a wedding.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Aloran would ask about that. That'd be the other conversation. Doesn't
And
have
there'd
to be
probably
a big
be
thing.
some mention of she doesn't have to stay for the ceremony, and the off chance she gets bored, you guys can go off like while the ceremony is still happening. And she's like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah. You're not required to stay. We would love you to, but if she gets bored,
Go walk through the on the edge of the Feywilds.
Yeah.
Nothing could go wrong.
Yes, let's put her in the forest.
Nothing could go wrong.
It'll be fine. Okay. So there's those.
I don't remember. Noelle, can you cast Major Illusion, or is that a no?
I do not
Okay.
have that spell.
Then I'm gonna go commission that be made.
Major image.
Yeah.
Major image scroll.
Petals.
Is this a scroll then?
Yes. I'll probably give it to one of the bridesmaids to do after the I do's.
Okay.
Or before. I don't really know how long that lasts.
A scroll lasts for 10 minutes. Or a major image lasts for 10 minutes, excuse me.
No, that's a
Okay,
decently
then,
sized
yeah.
fireworks show, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, not fireworks. Flowers. Fireworks, I'm just gonna go buy fireworks.
Wait, we're making fake flowers?
Because, you know, I could do like a shower of petals.
Oh, right, I forgot about that part.
Make it pretty. Or I don't know, sea urchins. I like.
probably not
Shower of
sea
sea
urchins.
All in
urchins.
secret.
Just like the
Just like-
traditional Triton wedding.
Can I also say that the sea urchin is literally the monster that we're going to find?
Exactly. We'll take it down. One illusion at a time.
I'll say
That's foreboding.
a major image scroll would cost you, we'll say 600 gold.
Jesus, this is an expensive wedding for me.
She did buy us a house, Burberry.
Oh yeah, I did buy everybody.
Pete, I already threw 4,000 gold at this problem.
Oh, Adlar has some money. You wouldn't have to spend all of your gold. How much is Adlar?
Maybe.
I don't know if we've ever been keeping track of Adler's actual amount of gold.
550 platinum and 58 gold.
Yeah, see, I think he has more than that.
So he could definitely cover the cost of his commission, as long as you wanted to just get him in connection with Fort Franco. To do that.
I'll go ahead and let him spend my fun bucks because I have not used any of them yet.
Okay, he'll pay you back then.
Okay.
He'll pay you 400 platinum.
Oh my god, I'm getting to exchange my fun bucks for real money.
Oh, damn.
That's exciting.
For real money.
All right, then yes, then I'll 600 gav. I'll spend that on scroll.
Okay.
Just be like, man, you must really like her.
Well, if the floor is open, Noelle has some stuff to do.
Yeah? What you got?
I think I have to start with a conversation with Alexi.
Okay. So
So
this would happen early in the week since Alexi would be leaving with the rest of the
yeah,
day
backing it up a
day
little
watch.
bit here. This would be
7th
this would be the morning
of the
that
5th.
Jade and Noelle were gonna have their date day. I think
Okay.
early in the morning.
Okay.
Noelle would find Alexi, I assume, at the Presidium.
I mean, if it's early in the morning, he's probably still in the house.
Oh, all right. Well,
As he
I'll
stay.
take him out on a morning walk then, so we can just talk.
Okay.
So, when are you guys leaving on that ship?
Day after tomorrow. We're giving the wardens a crash course on running the thing today, and hopefully by tomorrow they'll have it down. Be seaworthy.
That is exciting, terrifying, exciting.
Yep. I am. I'm hopeful. A little intimidated. There's a lot of firepower on that ship that Gideon is now unveiling, and I never quite seen its like. So that's going to be interesting.
I'll be very interested to see what all it's capable of. So, I kind of have a proposal for you. It's very last minute, and I apologize about that. But time kind of got away from me here. Everything started moving real quick. I think you could probably understand that. So, I've been working on this spell, and Noelle reaches into her bag and pulls out a stack of papers, maybe like 10 or 12 sheets of paper that she's
I'll take
copied
it.
from her notebook. And she says, I am very, very close to something that I think would be tremendously helpful in the upcoming battle. And I've never been much for the technical side of spellcasting,
No.
But-
He's like looking over you. No.
but I've been trying to figure this one out, and I feel like I'm 90% of the way there.
Alexi's scrutinizing the shit out of these notes, right? He has stopped walking and he's just standing shuffling through them, and it's it's not finished yet. Is it at least initiating when you attempt to cast?
So it's still kind of... I think the problem is the bones of it are there, and there's a lot of technical sort of interconnecting pieces that are just not stringing together properly. That's all. The core fundamentals are in place, but I need some technical know-how to get it working.
Okay. And he literally is gonna sit down kind of in the sand, just off the path.
Okay.
Just kind of pull you down with him. And as he's going over your notes with you, he is simultaneously baffled by your notation,
Mhm.
because as a non-wizardy spellcaster, This is a much more personal sort of, spell crafting.
Yeah.
Very different from the way he was trained, as he tells you. And a little hard for him to parse, but he's able to kind of piece together as you kind of guide him through the notes, like what each section of this is doing and what they're trying to do. And as you kind of explain the intent to him, he lets out this little whistle and he's like, that is a big spell you're attempting there. Genuinely, I'm very impressed that you've got this much. If I was going to devise this myself, my approach would be, it kind of guides you through some of the principles that he would refer back to in his own wizarding study.
Yes.
To kind of pull this spell together. He does his best to keep it as jargon-free as possible.
Right.
Tries to keep it more about the fundamentals, but with a spell this complex, that stuff kind of creeps in. So it probably turns into a pretty lengthy conversation.
So I was going to say to him, because I do have to go get Jay at some point this morning, I want to cast this tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I can leave you these notes. And I know it's a lot to ask, but I would love to have you there to help make sure this all goes to plan.
You know what? As he's like looking it over, I think the one thing you're missing is a catalyst. Just something to cinch this all together. If you can get a hold of some ruby dust.
Noel pulls out a bag of it.
You gotta write that down for me.
I'm sorry, it was not something I wrote in my notebook. I already had it.
He's like, okay, perfect. Yes, no, I think we can figure this out. Just implement those changes as much as you can, and then we'll touch base tomorrow and see if we can't get this thing off the ground.
Perfect. Actually, I have a place where you can meet me tomorrow to get this sorted.
Okay.
She'll gesture to the bottom of the notes, and in the corner of one of the pages, she's drawn the Aelia teleportation sigil.
Take out his own notebook and just kind of scribble that on a blank page.
I mean, you can keep the notes, but yeah.
Sure, yeah. Okay. Then I suppose I will meet you there?
Yes. It's an old abandoned courthouse on the outside of town.
So it should be quiet.
For sure.
All right.
Thank you, Alexei.
Okay, of course. You just have to forgive me. I'm floored, frankly, all too often with you and your friends these days. I really do need to wrap my head around this. This is just what you're able to do these days.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do this without your help. I don't think I ever would have figured out these last little bits.
I think you probably would have with enough time, but I'll take the credit.
Okay.
I should get to the Presidium, but
all right. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you then. Tell Jade I said hi.
Of course.
And he'll part ways with you.
Head back to the house.
Okay.
And
sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we have our date day to go to. So, do you want to do something real quick?
Yeah, it's just a can I buy 2 scrolls of teleportation?
2 scrolls.
Teleportation?
It's a rare item.
That's gonna be so expensive for fair.
1 scroll then.
Can you even cast teleportation as a cleric?
It's not for me.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I can. Not teleportation, but my version
Yeah,
of
you have Word
teleportation.
of Recall, which is a little different.
A 7th level spell scroll costs 25,000 gold pieces to craft.
Okay.
And it takes 16 work weeks to make.
Oh, damn.
It's a long time. 16 times
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Spell
that's,
scrolls are expensive and lengthy.
high-end spell scrolls, especially.
I mean, are there any that they just have?
That one's fair.
A spare teleport? No.
Well, I mean, because they have all of their their big rings, right? For the Federation Alliance, they have all their big teleportation circles, so they probably...
Probably don't have a lot of spare circle scrolls lying around, necessarily.
I mean, I just need one.
I know.
I'll even give it back if I don't use it!
Let me see. Honestly, I think you would, asking about it, you would find that pretty much the entire stock of teleportation circle scrolls that the Alliance has were distributed throughout the vessels that are about to leave.
Does this include Gideon's vessel?
Well, Alexei has teleportation.
Yes, but we're about to go into a big fight, and that takes a spell slot.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong.
So, does that include Gideon's ship?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted it for.
Fair enough.
Don't you? He has teleportation, me, Jesus.
He does have teleportation.
But yeah, no, it's an in case of emergency scenario.
That's fair. That is
Oh,
a
I
very, very expensive scroll, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I it's one of those things. Again, I don't spend much, so I'm sitting on 3,000 platinum.
Which is good money.
Right.
It's
You
just,
have 3,000 platinum.
It's the
Buy magic
time.
items. Well, I do buy some magic items, but no, it's just I've been saving it up. I don't spend it on a lot of stuff.
I don't spend my money on.
Wait, 3,000 platinum?
Yeah, I'm like, how do you have that?
I mean, it's either that or I have done a very massive typo somewhere in the past, in which case I am sorry.
I feel like it might have been a typo because I had like 300 platinum ish.
All right, I will say that I have made a typo, and I will move that 3 over.
It's okay. No, it's fine. I'm just like genuinely like, when the heck did you get 3,000 platinum?
30,000 gold.
Yeah,
I think
Jacob's
it's been like I should
never.
spend this.
Yeah, no, because Jacob's never given us that big of a.
I think as a group, I've given you that much here and there.
Noelle has barely spent anything, and she has 29,000 gold total.
All right. I'll move the 3 over and apologize.
Wait, you have 29,000?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss some gold
So then
somewhere?
it's possible Burberry could have 30,000.
Okay, I am genuinely shocked. I'm like, am I missing money?
I
Because like,
think you're...
That's what I'm saying. Did I miss some money or something?
Okay, no, John spent a fuckload of money on those gloves, remember? Those were a
Oh,
multi-thousand.
right. Okay, that was where it went.
Those gloves were like 20,000.
I was gonna say I only had 16,000.
I guess it's not impossible that Burberry is 3,000.
Now that you remind me how expensive those gloves were, yeah.
The gloves, because those are very rare. Like that would have been tens of
Well,
thousands.
and the only items that I really commissioned were not even me commissioning items. It was just me altering items that I already had.
Yeah. Well, I just know you buy lots of diamonds and stuff, but
Now that I think about it, guys, I just totaled up. My gloves were 15k, and I had 16k left over, so it is possible.
And
Okay.
I didn't buy a ton of diamonds because a ton of diamonds weren't available. I would have loved to buy a ton of diamonds.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you've only
they're-
been chucking them off in like 200 gold amounts.
Yeah.
Okay. It's possible. I just know that Noelle has spent like zilch of her money
That's fair.
stores, and so I'm.
I mean, if you're at 29 and Barry's at 30, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes
I'm sure you must have bought something here and there.
Yeah, I guess I've spent it
Were
on something.
John's
but-
gloves very rare?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
see,
are
I don't have
15,000.
anything very rare. That's why I'm like, I don't.
Well, you bought stuff for Adlar too, didn't you?
Yeah, but all his stuff wasn't that expensive.
Because where are you at? You're at.
I'm at 13.
Feels like you spend all your money on booze.
No, not really. That's not really expensive.
I'm sorry that I have
Yeah, but
caused
I
this
don't-
conversation
I
to
don't-
arise.
The amulets of
At
protection.
that point, I don't think it's the cost of the individual booze. I think it's the amount.
You did buy a lot of magic items for your.
Didn't she
your
use the
friends
Eastern
and
Alliance
family.
fun bucks for the amulets?
I used a lot. Because I've used all my Eastern Alliance fun bucks. So that's why
Well,
I'm like,
and
Really?
no, wait, hold on. To be fair, I did have 29, or I think I had 27 or something like that. But I got all that money from Adlar, which was straight from Funbucks.
yeah.
Did I get these fun bucks? Because if I did, I don't think I ever spent them.
You would have had 20,000 fun bucks, but you could only spend them to get
Apparently-
resources from the Eastern Alliance directly. So
Yeah, because I
Apparently,
guess
yeah.
like what I'm trying to figure out is like the only rare things Aloran has bought was the Moon Sickle +2 and the Glimmering Moon Bowl bow.
Did
Apparently,
she
I have 20,000
upgrade?
fun bucks.
I've got just shy of 19,000, or just a little over 19,000 fun bucks, and about 1,200 in the bank.
What can I actually do with 20,000 fun bucks?
I mean, you could commission
Hmm.
multiple workers to try and expedite a rare item potentially. Very
Oh,
rare.
rare.
They're pushing it.
Okay. No, it's okay. I'm just like hearing how much money you had. I've been like,
You have spent a lot of money because you bought a lot of magic items from
See,
Alliance.
my issue is I don't have any
Did you upgrade your
fun
bear
bucks.
tattoo too?
yeah, she did that herself.
Hmm,
No, she's upgraded a bunch of stuff, but she's done it herself to save money.
right.
Because like, yeah, that's why I'm like,
Okay, so wait, I
That's
have
okay.
spent money on magic items because I spent money on 2 necklaces of adaptation and the glutted stud of the leather armor.
Mm.
yeah, that's why I'm like, damn, how do you have so much money? Because the amulet of non-detection are just like uncommon, so it's not even.
But you bought like a dozen of them.
I don't think it was like a dozen. So you said
I thought you
there's
got
only,
one
like,
for everyone in the
9.
village.
Yeah. Can I sell my amulet of?
I'm sorry I'd caused this conversation to happen. I'm sorry.
You're
Do I only-
fine.
You're
do I
good.
only give my fun bucks to someone else?
It's the party's fun bucks.
Yeah,
so,
I
like,
mean,
what-
it's
Yeah.
more. They said that we had
It was-
100,000 collectively as the Lost Emeralds, and we just split it up into 20,000 each.
so
And I did
Well, no,
spend
I didn't
I
mean
did
within the
spend
party, but
15k of my fun bucks myself. But that last, as I said, I had about 2,700 before Adlar just gave me 4,000 for the fun bucks. So
right to pay for his project.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Very
been
much.
like, I've been wanting to buy stuff, but I literally can't buy anything because I'm broke as fuck. So.
well, what would you like, Lauren?
Yeah, it's 15,000, but that's not enough to buy anything that actually improves Aloran at this point. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's
so that's why I'm just like,
Well, I mean, we're
Well,
kind
looking
of
at this,
that wall.
is there anything right now that anybody can think of off the top of their head that would actually increase anybody's abilities at this point?
I don't know magic items, so I cannot help you with that.
I might be able to commission some armor for Noel. I was thinking about that, but
That reminds me, DM, I think I'm
Yep.
getting close to being finished with my project.
anyway,
I
So
really need to
sorry.
use my phone.
I was just
So-
absolutely mind blown. I was like, what?
Well, because like I'm going through all of the magic items that I do have, and most of these we picked up. Like almost all of these we picked up.
That's fair. Lauren, honestly, besides the Staff of the Woodlands, she has not gotten a lot of loot drops in this campaign. I think she's gotten.
there was the sickle, there was the nature's mantle, there was The other thing of it though is because you bought stuff you wanted. Like you got the tattoo.
Well, yeah, I bought the tattoo because like the things that I got was the Staff of the Woodlands. I bought myself a Sentinel shield.
Yeah.
And then the Parapet of Proof Against. But I think I've gotten like 2 or 3 things this campaign, and I only used one of them. Because the Rature's Lantle came.
Meanwhile, I'm just running around with like 3 different cloaks.
Yeah.
Covered in cloaks.
I've got a cloak problem.
How long have you been working on that, David? That thing?
Anyways.
Well, we started talking about it in October, and I lost count the exact count.
That was the 10th.
That was the beginning of October, 10/10.
That would have been back in.
I think I'm getting close.
But I will turn to the question, Chani. Is there anything that you want?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Not that I know of. I think I've looked at stuff in the past and I was like, nope, too expensive. Nope.
Well, no, I'm saying I'll help you because I have the.
Oh, I have no idea now. It's totally cool. I was just absolutely mind blown because you still have your fun bucks, and I'm like, I have no fun bucks. I have less than half your money. Like, how do you?
No, I had 5K of fun bucks. That was I used most of it.
No, it's okay.
It's like I have all of my fun bucks left, so if anybody needs them for an item, I'm willing to pitch in.
No, you're good. I just thought
that's probably why you have less money, John, because you haven't spent your fun bucks.
Well, I don't think I could have ordered anything that I got with fun bucks.
I think you got the fun bucks
you got
after.
the gloves before the fun bucks.
Yeah, that would have been before, I think.
Okay, so David.
Yes.
You started working on those during, or like at the very beginning of the Burberry thing.
Yes.
Which would have been the 57th of last month. So as of the beginning of this session, Barnaby has gotten like 7 days of work on that project.
Oh, these are going to take way longer than I thought.
Yeah, so you're basically going to be working on them up until the day of the fight.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
If you get someone to help you, you could literally double the speed you're doing it in.
Yeah, I think Burberry's got the right idea here. Is like, does anybody have any actual, like attunement slots that they could actually change for something, even if they got something better?
You know how to tweak fog sprays to 1/8 of a millimeter?
You can only attune to 3 items.
3.
Yes, 3 items.
I'm pretty sure I've only attuned to how many. Yep. No, wait. Oof. Okay. I will have to take.
Burberry, you attuned to 5 items?
I mean, most of them aren't. No, wait. I'm not attuned to that. Why does it say yes? No, I'm only attuned to 3.
Okay.
Sorry to bring up such a big thing.
No, you're good.
To be fair, this is the time to talk about this stuff because we're going into the final fight.
Yeah.
This is
get all this stuff sorted.
So.
Honestly, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea if we spent Alliance Fun Bucks on like big health potions.
Potentially.
I mean, that's true.
But
Up to y'all.
anyways, I am so sorry to derail so hard. I was just like, what the hell?
We can get this back on track here.
Let's log off.
But yeah, no, I was attuned to 5, but I think I accidentally attuned to the last 2 magic items I got, which I haven't used yet. So,
the sensor and the amulet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Those you can swap in for whatever you swap out.
I don't think I'll be needing the Cloak of Elvenkind for this one.
Don't know
All
if
right,
we would do
Probably not super relevant in the next fight.
Peter, go on your date.
Okay, so Jade.
Go ahead.
What does Noelle do for Jade? What does this date look like?
Well, I think she would wake her up. I know they both got some. Well, Noelle already had a nice dress ready, but she would have helped Jade pick one out yesterday. and gotten ready in the morning, and then eventually the two of them would, Noelle would use a teleportation circle to go to that, the one she has in Aelia. Bring Jade along with her.
Okay.
We would have... No, I guess I would have picked something out a little different just because it's a little colder here, if I remember correctly.
It is chillier. Like, you're moving into early spring over the course of this coming month, but it's definitely still got, like, old snow is still on the ground, cold winds blowing up from the south. It's still chilly.
Right. So we would be wearing something nice but also warm as we begin today. I think the first thing we'd probably do, I imagine we'd arrive around like a lunchtime and go somewhere nice to get food. Probably one of the places that Noelle scouted out when they were visiting Lauren's family.
Okay. Go to that bakery while their food's still fresh.
Oh, that's true. Stop by the bakery. I think Noelle would have gotten some tickets to some kind of afternoon show.
Okay.
A play of whatever would be showing.
Go see, like, Phantom of the Opera.
Sure. Whatever's playing at the Alien Theater. I think that in the late afternoon, they'd probably go to some kind of bathhouse to warm back up, get comfy and cozy, and after that probably get another meal as it gets into the evening and night. And eventually, as the day moves into the night, I think Noelle would extend a hand to Jade as they're walking down the street. And she would say, I have one last stop for us today. But this one's a surprise.
One more surprise I am okay with.
Okay. She grabs...
This is more of a surprise. I need to blindfold myself.
No.
Pull up my scarf.
No, not quite. I think Noelle would grab Jade's hand and cast teleport.
Okay.
And the place where they would arrive would be a very simple, middle of nowhere road south of Aelia. And it would be quiet and probably a little cold.
Heading further south would definitely be cold.
And Noah would say, do you remember this spot?
Jade will pull down her scarf and start looking around. And after a moment, kind of looking out off to the west, where the road kind of dips into an embankment and kind of slowly evens out into this rolling plain, kind of spotted with lakes. She starts to nod as she looks back at you with a small little smile. I think I do.
Noelle just sort of pulls Jade over to this a very large stump on the side of the road and sits her down next to her. And she says, I remember this spot very, very well. We stopped here quite a few times when we were working with Pascal. And it's a very special spot to me. Because, Jade, this is the spot where I fell in love with you.
She just slowly tilts her head until it's resting on your shoulder.
I remember that day so clearly. It was a few weeks after you started encouraging me to write. And I was sitting here, you were talking with Pascal, and when you finished that, you walked over. And you asked if I could read you some of what I'd written. And I was so nervous. But I said yes. And you sat down next to me, right in this spot. And you listened. And not only did you listened with your whole heart. You were earnest and enthusiastic and so happy as I read more and more. It was so honest and genuine. And I had never had anyone respond to something that came from my soul with so much joy before. And when I finished reading, you immediately asked me if I'd ever write a poem about you. And that made me nervous again, but I said sure. And now I've written a lot of poems about you. And in the spirit of that, Noelle flips to the back of her book. And sitting there on one of the last pages is a little 12-line poem. She says, I've written another just for you. And she begins to read. As windswept echoes carried winter dreams along roads and fields, my path strayed. A fire was there, or so it seemed, though time wore it away. Both near and far, with words and warmth and breath, you healed this long fading flame. A whispered wind would spell its death, yet still, you called my name. A light, a life, and a chance to restart, free of anticipation. So take my hand and take my heart and be my inspiration. And as she finishes reading, pulls Jade into a soft kiss. And for one moment, it's quiet and beautiful and perfect. And as she pulls back, she says, "Every day I spend with you makes me so happy. And I want to be that happy for the rest of my life. Would you marry me, Jade?"
Don't troll him, Plet.
I'm not. I'm trying to catch my breath here. She is misty-eyed, I think. Not sniffling, she's not choked up necessarily, but you can see in her eyes as the sun is setting this glistening, and then just this very wide, slow smile spreads across her face as she nods. And she says, "How could I possibly say no after a proposal like that?" And she is probably going to pull you into another kiss.
Of course.
And as you break, she kind of wipes her face and clears her throat. And she starts to pull this chain out of her bodice and starts fiddling with the locket at the end of it. And she says, "I'm a little torn. Don't know if I want to keep your first one or this one now." And she'll kind of pop the locket and pull out this very, very tightly folded and rolled little slip of paper. Unfurls it. You would have to put the book together at this, because I there's no way I can fit them both in here.
We get you a necklace that can fit as many poems as you need, Jade.
She is just going to throw her arms around you and give you a big hug.
I'll hug her back and I'll say, "Got so caught up in the moment, I forgot about this part." And she reaches into her bag and pulls out a very simple ring. I think it's just a very genuinely the most basic ring, but it is platinum. And it is exactly the same design as the one that Jade got Noelle as a promise that they'd see each other again when they first had to split up.
And that one definitely makes her choke a little bit. She stifles that one, and then kind of very shakily holds out a hand.
I'll put it on her finger.
Put the ring on.
And as I finish putting it on, I would say, "Oh, and I meant to ask, do you think I could take your last name?"
You have my last name.
I'm tired of mine.
I mean, I feel like I should have been the one proposing to you, but I'm not going to stop you.
There's a lot of baggage with my last name, and
of course, I know. I will be very happy to call you Miss Noelle Comtois.
Perfect. I think they just sit for a few minutes, keeping each other warm.
Sun continues to set ever so slowly. Very distantly, this flock of geese flies north. You can just barely make out the in the distance.
Nothing more beautiful than that.
I have not missed them.
Come on, I gotta say, nice warm hotel room for tonight.
You don't want to camp out here? Under the stars, like we used to?
Well, we used to have other people help us set up a big tent and camping area, but,
That is true. We don't have a tent yet.
also,
Right now.
I already paid for the reservation, so we should probably use it.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case.
And I'll start using my chalk to draw on the ground and get us back to the city, proper. And
God,
eventually...
you guys are gross. Never stop.
Jade is just gonna stand while you're casting the spell, and she's gonna keep like just staring at the two little pieces of paper before she eventually starts to fold the new one up, and then tucks that into the locket, and follows you through the teleportation sigil.
I think they have a lovely night.
Roll for 6.
There it is. There it is.
Sorry.
And I thought I was in
appreciate
the mood.
the restraint there.
Snap back to reality.
Roll.
I like to think they both rolled a 20, but
I would like.
You're the DM, you can make that the reality play.
Or you could just give him advantage.
They roll.
fair. Roll with it. Roll performance with advantage. Fuck it.
My perfect night.
Nah, if it's low, you just keep tearing up because it's so beautiful.
Alright, we're fine. We're fine.
Oh no.
Oh.
Jade might not be.
Jade's great.
22.
Jade's great.
22.
Jade rolled a
22.
nat 20.
Yes!
That was beautiful. Alright. The dice have agreed.
Okay.
May it be so.
Maybe so.
Come morning.
I do think it doesn't have to be
we'll
RP.
receive ascending.
So I
from
was
Lexi.
gonna say, I think that Noel probably would have primed Jade last night that some things might be changing tomorrow. And that was part of why she wanted to get this done today.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, come morning,
Sure.
you will be awakened to Alexi sending, letting you know that he's on his way.
Okay.
Will be in Alia imminently.
Well, I would probably get some more normal clothes on today and get Jade out of bed, and I would explain to Jade, I know, I'm sorry, honey, we gotta wake up.
It's so early.
Well, we have a nerd to go talk to.
You and your nerds are such early birds.
If you want to sleep in, you could meet me at the courthouse later, but it might be a little bit weird.
I'll get dressed.
Okay.
Very, very groggy Jade follows you
Sure.
out into the streets.
Head
back
back
to
to
the
the
courthouse.
outskirts of town.
And inside you'll find Alexi, standing and waiting, rubbing his hands together, breathing into them. I forgot a jacket.
Alexi,
My mistake.
here, I have an extra thing of... Noelle will take out the, big coat she got back in CramelCon. It's very feminine, but, it's fine.
I'll take it. It's a little short on him. His,
Yeah.
wrists kind of poke out, but... Well, Jade, good morning. Are we awake? No.
We're halfway there.
She'll kind of sit down and just kind of slump against, one of the pillars in the room.
Sure. I imagine there's like just old dusty benches and stuff in here. So.
Yeah.
I mean, in Jade's defense, she had a very busy night.
That's true. We both did.
They did not sleep very well. But yeah, Alexi will look to you and he says, "So, Ruby Dust, I'll take that. You lie down, and I will get you started."
Okay.
So he will sort of sprinkle a chalk outline, but in ruby dust, around you as you lay there. Jade just watches, like, furrowed brow, after which Alexi will help you back up to your feet. Careful, watch the line. Okay, now Snow, and he will follow you outside where you
we'll start scooping snow.
Begin scooping snow onto a floating disc that he conjures.
Oh, convenient.
And I thought it might help. You are able to bring that in and then begin quickly piling that into the perimeter. You'll see Alexi kind of frequently gesturing and incanting under his breath, and you'll watch as this kind of icy mist begins to kind of build up under his hand over the snow, trying to keep it cool. And soon, you have a roughly Noel-sized, Noel-shaped mound of snow surrounded by ruby dust on the floor.
And then 12 hours pass.
You
begin the incantation. Yeah. Jade is probably in and out of the courtroom as you guys are working.
This is not exciting for her, but it will get exciting.
As you and Alexi continue this process, casting this spell, this mound of snow slowly begins to melt into shape. Around the 6-hour mark, you are standing over a very lifelike facsimile in snow of Noel.
Mm-hmm.
Jade walks in with some food.
Yeah, because she's probably like the coffee person today.
Yeah, ran to a cafe, got you guys some drinks and some sandwiches, and looks down and is like, well, this is new.
It's coming
It's a lot
together.
of progress in the last hour. Okay, here, so I'll hand you your coffee.
Yeah.
Any particular reason that she is naked?
Well,
There's no way to really conjure clothes. with
not
this
quite.
process.
And we wouldn't want to put a blanket over it because it might start melting.
Right. Halfway there.
I think
Alexi
we got
says.
it. Pretty close, though.
Over the next 6 hours, you watch as this now almost perfect replica of Noel in ice begins to slowly shift in color. From
white to white.
Icy white.
From a cool white to a warm white.
To ever so slightly flushed. You watch as the texture of gleaming ice gives way to goose-pimpled skin, hair, eyes, and teeth, and fingernails. At the 11-hour mark, you are staring what could, for all intents and purposes, be a corpse in your perfect likeness. And over the course of that final hour, as you and Alexi begin the final stretch of incantations, you watch as this body slowly takes its first breath, and then its next, and then rhythmically, slowly, begins to breathe. And with the final word of the incantation, the eyes snap open. Jade is sitting.
I was gonna say, what's her
watching
reaction?
this wide-eyed, staring, and as the simulacrum begins to push itself up off the ground, Jade drops her coffee and just like clasps her hands over her mouth.
Good morning.
Looks like evening to me.
Yes, I guess I lost track of time.
You've been at this for a while.
Well, welcome to the world, Snowell.
Aren't you clever?
I'll help her up.
You take her hand, and it feels like flesh and blood. There's not a trace of cold left here outside of the very evident goosebumps running up and down her arms and neck and everywhere.
Just
close, because I
let's
am
get
a
some
little
clothes on
chilly.
you.
Thank you.
Alexi,
good to see you. Alexi has not been watching this process for the past 6 hours.
kind of averting his gaze. It's nothing you're not going to see at the orgy.
The eyes very quickly flit to yours before he looks back to where he was staring.
Alright, let's get some clothes on you. I think you will no longer melt.
I certainly hope not. That would be a unfortunate waste of an afternoon.
Yes. Noelle will bring her into the side room for whatever decency's sake at this point.
Sure.
And she's
dress
going
herself.
to give her... Noelle's outfit has entirely changed since we started this, so she'll give her very first outfit that she started with.
Okay.
So we've got new Noelle and Noelle Classic.
She'll walk out, kind of adjusting the belt and the scabbard to the rapier. Kind of thread the cloak back over her shoulders. It says, well, I seem to be in costume.
Fits perfectly. Crazy.
Strange how that works.
All right.
Do I have all of our abilities?
To my knowledge, you should be as close as one can reasonably conjure. You are a little bit more flimsy than I am, given that you are primarily snow, but the spell gives you this sort of body that hides that fact.
She's gonna glance at Alexi, and you're gonna watch as the face begins to morph.
Into his.
And suddenly, Alexi is standing in your clothes in the room next to you and Alexi.
It still kind of works, Alexi.
Well, that is handy. She'll turn back into herself. Yourself.
Yes.
So, what is the plan? I assume I am not just here for So just kind of glance over at Jade and coyly smile.
Jade, you want to say hi?
Jade looks gobsmacked.
This orgy just got a whole lot more interesting.
Snowell will take a very tentative step over and say, I promise I am not going to play any strange games between myself and you. It is just me or her, really. Us. I am Noel in everything but name and substance. Are you okay? You look a little shaken. Did you warn her about this before?
I think Noah would have explained that things were going to be a little weird for a little bit after tomorrow.
I think it's starting to dawn on Jade how weird exactly. And Snowell is definitely looking at that like, this will take some adjustment. Maybe give you some space once we get back to Freeport?
Well, you have a whole group of lost emeralds to meet.
Sure.
For what it's worth, Snowell, do keep in mind that because your body is, well, a simulacrum, any magic you cast that will take energy or effort on your part, you will never regain that spell slot. So,
Good to know.
we are going to save your magic for when things become dire.
Would it be worth attempting this with the others?
I can't cast it again or you would go away.
Well, so much for getting Van Decent out here. I will do my best to prove myself.
That's all I can ask. Alright. Alexei, I can get us back home this evening if you need me to. Or if you want to do it, that's fine too.
Appreciate that.
I might take Jade on a little walk here just to explain some things.
Sure. Before we leave or once we get back?
Oh, just real quick around the block.
Sure. I suppose fumble for a second before she helpfully says, it's Noel. It is perfectly acceptable. Lexi will say, I'll be here with Snowell then.
Alright. And Noel would take Jade on a walk and explain, she's not magically inclined, but I think Noel would explain the basic idea of what's going on, and it's like, well, she has a tiny fragment of my soul in her, but she's very much an extrapolation of the magic we use to cast her. She is a projection of me. She is powered by my magic, but she doesn't think like I do. She doesn't really have this sense of self-preservation or death in her mind. She just exists to exist, and when she's done existing, it will be no different for her.
You say that she's for the battle then.
She is for the battle.
So it was a little reassuring that you will have some more backup.
And Jade, I hope you know I wouldn't have gone to an extreme like this if I didn't think that we needed every bit of help we could get.
Would be lying if I said I fully grasp what this meant. If it does mean anything magically, but it's very strange seeing a second you that you made today. And that is, I don't know what that is.
It's weird, I know it's weird. I knew it would be.
Lexi helped?
You were there. Alexei helped a lot.
I feel like maybe he's a little weirded out by it too.
He's what?
He seems a little weirded out by it too.
It's really weird, I know.
This is not just me. I suppose that is a little comforting. Are you weirded out by it? Tell me a little. Please don't tell me this is
I
like.
I am
do this all the
weirded
time."
out. Okay, I'm just. It's weird because my brain is just thinking about things as pragmatically as possible at this point, because all I've been thinking about is how we can give ourselves the best chance to come back from this battle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I know that there are a lot of risks ahead of us. And I know that in past fights, I feel like I've been sort of torn between multiple roles, things I should be doing, two things simultaneously. And it just felt like if I could be there twice, it'd be all for the better.
It makes sense. It is very weird.
I think it'll get less weird as the days pass here. But it will always be a little weird. I understand that. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's so stiff. We've been sitting in a dusty old courtroom for 12 hours.
I figured you might want to walk.
Okay. Much more excited about yesterday, truth be told.
Nothing about
Yesterday
yesterday is changed, I promise.
Perfect.
It was.
She'll give you a kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
And heading back into the courtroom, I think you see Snoel sitting next to Alexi on one of the benches, seeming very at ease, while Alexi kind of just lays back, his head like against the back of the bench, just like, I suppose that's why I never made a simulacrum of my own. It's just, no, I completely understand. It is a peculiar mirror to hold up to oneself. Well, I suppose you would know. So, of course.
You guys keep
We're
talking
back.
about this stuff, I'm going to start charging you, Alexi.
Oh, we are not licensed. He is joking.
Alright, come on, gather around everybody, let's teleport back to Freeport.
Snowball starts reaching into a pocket. Oh, wait. You will do that one.
Yes.
I do not have any chalk.
Yes, that's the reason.
Yes, that's the reason, as well as many others.
So, cast the teleportation
Get us
circle,
back.
and the four of you will reappear in Fort Franco. And you will be able to make your way back to the house in short order.
Yes.
Freeport, it has been too long.
We've never been here before.
She just winks at you. And when you get back to the house,
Who's there?
yeah, who's vibing?
Who knows?
I don't know. We might still be doing wedding stuff.
We might.
This
still-
is the day after the wedding. You guys went to Farrell. This will be the day after you guys went to Farrell.
We
So wherever
probably
you guys are at.
going.
It's evening to be fair.
Yeah, this will be like 9 p.m. the day after.
I guess the Lauren could be back.
Noelle, Jade, we have to plan a bachelorette party because I gotta get crunk before my wedding, and there's
That's
nobody
like fun.
else I'd like to party with.
I'm actually not sure, genuinely, what goes on at a bachelorette party. Do you know, Snoel?
I know what you know.
Oh, there's two of you.
Hello.
Double the fun at the orgy.
Wait, y'all are. Hold on. All right. I have so many questions.
Well, you see, I got cursed by a god, and he split me into two parts, Burberry.
Oh, that would be funny, except you're both the same size. That seems wildly unfair.
Our god was much nicer.
And what's his name?
Oron.
Moron.
I like that one better. I am Snowell. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It is lovely to meet you, Snowell. Question, how did you come into existence?
I was born today. This is my mother and father.
You see Burberry just slowly turn and face regular Noel.
To me and Alexi's child.
Like, well?
I've been working on a spell in my free time, and Alexi helped me complete it, and you can kind of explain the more technical side of it if you'd like.
It
I would
makes a
love to hear
duplicate.
all about it. It's a duplicate spell. But it moves independently of her.
Yes, I'm a real girl.
Yes.
Yes, and you're absolutely gorgeous, darling. Moves independently. I'm sorry. I did try to ask you first, and then you gave me a bunch of BS.
Alexi would do his best to share a bit about Simulacrum as briefly as he could.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as Burberry hears the term, like, soul split, he's just gonna be like...
I'm not gonna lie, Burberry, this whole thing was kind of inspired by our journey into your soul.
You know what? That does make sense. And she does look a little like Foel. And he just nudged you like
a little
playfully.
less sparkly, but yeah.
Oh, what can I say? You just have an air about you. I just imagine you that way.
Yes. She acts a lot like Foel too. It's weird.
I can't imagine what you mean.
And he's talking to Snowell now. So you're a small part of her soul?
Something like that. Could be a part so much as a reflection of it, I suppose.
So if you were to die, would it return or would it just go?
I would just sploosh everywhere.
That's
All right, but the soul reflection part of you.
And
Where would
just
that
get a little bit
go?
over. It stays with Noelle where it always is.
Yes. If I
Oh,
cast
alright.
this again, she would just go away, and then I would get back. So,
All
yeah.
right. I'm following. This is
Sploosh.
very cool.
I like to think so too.
I'm a fan. I might be a little biased though.
Fair.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna be real. If you don't stop him, Burberry's going to just keep asking you different aspects of the spell for however long you're willing to talk
I feel
to
like Noelle is very proud of herself that she was even able to do this, so she's happy to just talk about it. I think they would like make sure Snow could like drink and eat and stuff, right? Yeah, she's exactly like me. She
so
does the
she's
same
made of-
like
I
So
think
she's
while
made
you guys are
of
talking,
snow?
she actually probably wanders out of the room.
just goes to the kitchen.
And you just start hear banging in the kitchen.
So she's made of snow.
That was one of the core components. But I mean, most of
Will she be
our-
okay if she drinks hot chocolate?
I think she'll be alright. The snow is sort of encased in the flesh. It's very strange. But again, we are also a lot of water, so
Yes, I hear we're like 90%.
yeah, something like that.
Maybe it's 70%. Some number. I'd have to ask. I don't remember the guy I nerded out with over.
Oh,
my
sure.
herb. Yeah,
Someone, yeah.
Sure.
I'd have to ask him
Sure.
about it. He knows more about the what's the word? Percentages.
Right.
Noelle
I
will
feel
come
like-
back with hot chocolate. It's like, I heard you from the kitchen. It sounded like a good idea.
And you made us one.
Wow, she's even nicer than me.
That seemed courteous. She'll very pointedly look at Noelle. She answers back.
I thought about it. Alright, we'll spend the evening chatting about stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like Burberry would probably try, like, not for my casting, obviously, because that's not going to be in my wheelhouse, but for, like, I feel like he tries to get as much, like, in the cleric version as he can, so that he can bring his findings over to the conclave leader.
Sure.
Or rather, Noel's findings.
I mean, between Noel's legwork and Alexi's input to kind of polish the spell up, you can definitely get a pretty thorough explanation of how it works.
I wonder if it would be possible to make, like, an inanimate version of this thing, because you did say it was a mirror of your soul. And I know that if you have your soul in a vessel, you can move it between vessels. So I guess theoretically, if you had it aligned as part of your vessel, you could put your soul in the duplicate if you die.
I think you're thinking of a clone.
Wait, that's a thing already?
Alexi mentioned it today while we were working.
Alexia, you've been holding out on me.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, he mentioned it was possible.
I've heard and read about it.
Also, other good news, we got so caught up in this, and I'll go over and give Jade a hug and hold up her hand.
Oh, congratulations!
Vividness.
Yes.
So wait, which one of you is marrying her?
No, it's Noel and Jade both point to Noel.
It was worth a shot.
We're going to wait until later in the year, but...
No, you shouldn't wait till later in the year. You should take Noel dress fitting, and then you'll know exactly what you look like in the dress.
Sounds like terrible.
That's well, I mean, a mirror would accomplish the same thing, but yes.
No, a mirror, you can't see the back.
Oh, that's true. Noel can turn around, a mirror cannot.
And she can twirl. And she's very courteous, thank you. Plus, they might think you're twins.
That would be funny.
Right?
The odds of changeling twins that'd be crazy. Maybe I will take you up on that, or go do that at some point.
Sorry, I have wedding dresses on the brain, like if...
Yes, you two have been busy the last few days. I've barely
Did
seen
you say
you.
about the bachelorette party?
Oh, yes. Whenever you're free. Not the night before. I don't want to get crazy.
When is the wedding? Did you guys plan it?
Basically, it's happening so that this one here will be able to attend, along with Gerald and some of the others.
Oh, okay.
Gideon probably won't because he won't leave the ship, but he's a person.
Gideon doesn't seem like a wedding guy, really, so...
Not yet.
I guess he could scry on it if he really wanted to.
I was there for 10 minutes. I saw the important part.
I looked in. I watched
He's like, Burberry, just let me know when the important bit's coming. Okay, now.
Okay, scry now.
You're like, 1 second? Alright, we can continue.
Oh, before I forget, Alexi, I do need some kind of teleportation focus for the ship so that we can get out there when we need to.
Oh, I thought you already grabbed that last session.
Yeah.
Well, we joked that I stole a random bolt off the ship after they tested the waterproofing.
I figured you did. That's just what happened.
I thought you took something, so...
Yeah, I thought you took something, too.
The user's manual.
Yeah.
A wrench.
Alexi, I stole the support beam. Is that okay? It's not important, right?
It's really hard to carry around, but it's worth it.
How did you get that out? Yeah, you could organize.
Yeah.
Organize that.
Not a big deal, just something I wanted to make sure we got.
We'll say it's a tool of some kind. Some kind of maintenance tool.
Glad I swear, if we use that teleportation thing and we somehow end up outside of a tool-making factory...
It teleports us to fucking the middle of nowhere in Enegard where they made the wrench.
That'd be ridiculous.
It's been on that ship for fucking decades. I think it belongs to the ship.
Well, however it works.
So.
Alright. Well, that's 2 big Noel things checked off.
But yes, 1 Noel, 2 Noel.
Yes.
Anybody have anything?
I mean, I've got
That's
one
right.
more thing that's easy, but we could do a break. I mean, we could do other stuff before then. So
I'm updating my will.
super small thing left.
Well,
Do you want to do your super small thing?
Sure. I mean, it would require a small time skip. It would be after Alexia leaves, I think, because it would be this coming weekend, the end of this week.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys will be able to see the Navy and the ship off. I think you would watch in the morning as this small armada, probably like 30 ships, is sort of sailing through the channel out of Freeport Harbor. And as they are moving westward, you hear this kind of rushing sound from overhead, and you look up to see a very different angle of the Gatewatch's ship plummeting from above down to the ocean. It catches itself before it hits the surface, slowing down and settles itself. And now that you are sort of standing at a distance and looking out at it on the water, you can much more easily see how very out of place this ship looks among all of these frigates and galleons. The Gatewatch's ship is this large, almost cylindrical metal vessel with this strange kind of tower at the back where the bridge is located, at the peak of it. At the front of the ship, rather than like an actual prow, there is this like elongated, almost barrel-like snout kind of protruding from the front of the ship. But you can see, as it's beginning to move forward, kind of joining the rest of the fleet, in big golden letters along the side, you can see the letters GWS Verdigris.
Verdigris?
Mm-hmm. Verdigris.
Does that ring a bell to any of us?
You know, it means like kind of a tarnished green. Oxidization that accumulates on metals.
Okay.
It's a reference to green.
Gotcha.
Could you say it again just so I can get it written down?
Verdigris. Verdigris.
IGIS?
Yeah, it's Agree
IGRIS.
is Gris, yeah.
And what was the letters at the front?
GWS.
Okay.
Can I ask a really quick random question?
Yeah.
After the meeting, how many Green Wardens actually showed up at the Gatewatch?
That's a good question.
You would have counted probably about 60.
Okay, so most of them. Cool.
Most of them, yeah.
I would, in any of the free time that I have, I would like to actually, because Johnny did make a good point, I would like to buy the most potent potions I can get my hands on
Okay.
in the Healing classification. Although I won't say no to a couple of potions of heroism, because not getting scared might be useful.
Interesting
That's fair.
choice. You know what Calm Emotions does?
Is rare.
Yeah, but like, I'd have to cast it. I don't know if it gets rid of the fear condition. I know that it calms people down, but I don't know if it gets rid of fear.
I'm not sure either.
Calm
But
emotion,
hey, that's
yeah,
what
it suppresses the effects of anything that is causing you to be frightened or charmed, I believe, until Calm Emotions ends.
Um,
And if that effect is still persistent after that, then it just picks back up.
yeah, so it might be useful to have something that just does it.
Yeah.
Because again, spell slots.
Yes.
That's fair.
Okay.
Also, drinking a potion is bonus action.
That's an action.
Oh, it's full action?
Yeah.
It's a bonus action in the 2024 rules.
Just
Sorry,
wait till next
yeah.
campaign.
Next campaign. Okay.
Or I might be out of range. Doing a ship fight, I very might be out of range.
He consults the charts.
Type it in general.
Oh, is this pricing?
I think it is.
Hey, DM. Would you be cool with like a short break real quick?
Yeah, we can take a break here.
Okay. This feels like maybe a good time to slot that in.
So, if we're looking to buy potions...
Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right, yes. Going on break.
Okay.
1 second. Let me
days-
turn the stream back on. Sorry.
Yeah.
You gotta warn me, man.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So, over the course of the next couple of weeks, you guys do some equipment purchasing and more wedding planning. Eventually, Burberry does retrieve Adlar. As said, Adlar drops off his parcel, his very large sheaf of skin at the East Alliance, and enrolls some craftsmen there to assist him. So he spends a decent chunk of time before Franco over the course of the following week. What does the bachelorette party look like?
Real quick before I do bachelorette party, Lauren is gonna go and try to hunt down Azuk.
Okay. Azuk is probably at the Green Keep. Safe bet.
Okay.
By the time you make it over there looking for him, the naval fleet has left. The wardens in the yard are now cleared out. The keep is quiet. Decent chunk of personnel are out to sea now. And as you kind of step inside and begin to walk through the halls, you definitely catch a few glances, some confused, some kind of furtive, and just quickly glance away.
I'm technically still part of the organization. You haven't successfully kicked me out yet.
You can just hear the heels of some girl down the hall as she scurries away. And you start poking your head around through rooms, through doors, looking for Zook.
Yep.
I think eventually you head out back towards the waterfront garden and start kind of moseying around there, and you would find him meditating beneath a tree near one of the ponds along the edge of the grounds. Eyes are closed, hands clasped in his lap, breathing slowly.
I think Lauren's gonna mess with him a little bit,
Okay.
like she used to when she was a kid.
What does she do?
She's gonna try to sneak up behind him and scare him.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay, she's casting Pass Without a Trace for this. $22.
22 total?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. I got a +2.
I mean, he didn't beat you, but he got close.
I mean, that's hard itself.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's perceptive.
Yeah, I usually get a better stealth bonus because I'm an animal. That's
Usually.
actually.
So you begin to creep up behind him, and as you draw close, you've almost got your arms like around his neck before he finally seems to notice something, and he's like, "Who is that?" Oh, as you glomp onto him.
Hi, Azuk. I almost got you.
Oh, Lauren, I haven't seen you in a while.
Last time was on Montebon.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was a while ago.
They're doing well.
Huh?
I don't know if you've been back since last I saw you, but they are doing very well.
That's good. I think Lauren will sit down beside him. Get into the same pose as him.
Sure. He'll smile and kind of straighten himself back up a little bit. Oh, to what do I owe the surprise?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about just see how you're doing.
I'm well enough. Suppose I can't complain for myself.
Insight check.
But can you complain for someone else?
Oh, damn, she's rolling bad right now. That was an 11.
11.
Yeah. With a plus
He
9.
is steady sounding. Hard to read, but he continues. I confess I am a little concerned for the well-being of our juniors now that they've left with the Navy. And I am concerned also for my seniors in the conservatory. They are quite beside themselves with this development.
That everybody younger members left.
Well, that's the latest of it. I'm sure you're well aware. Much of it is to do with you.
Oh. I won't be part of this much longer.
He sighs and kind of just looks at you. Are you all right with that?
If that is how it has to be, that is how it has to be. Nothing I can do to change it.
That's certainly an alluring answer.
Truthfully, I'm angry, but
Also an alluring answer. I will certainly miss you when all that is said and done, but I hope you won't be a stranger even so.
no. And if you ever get tired, me and Alexia are gonna make our own thing. So,
I heard you'd have blackjack
have what?
cards.
No.
Alexi was joking about your little
Start up.
rebellion, I think he called it.
Rebellion! Oh, I'm gonna have a word with him. What a jerk. He took the money. That was a lot of money I gave him if it's just a little rebellion.
Well, little was not his word. He seems excited, truth be told. I can't say that I blame him.
Well, there will always be a spot there if you ever get tired here.
I
But
will bear that in mind. But I would be lying if I said that I've never felt much of a calling from the way of the warrior. I left my clan for Freeport for similar reasons.
Yes.
Obviously, these sorts of things seem to skip a generation.
Yeah.
I feel I am probably able to do the most good that I can do here.
Truth be told, I came here to tell you some news. I'm getting married. His name is Adlar.
The elf boy.
Yes. I'm sure he'd love.
Do it.
I think she'd be like, I'm sure he'd love to hear you call him that. I think she'd laugh.
Oh, I'm sure he's got some years on me, but I think as a graybeard myself, Earned the right.
Fair.
Married.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I know in a different timeline, I would have probably ended up marrying your son.
Nods.
Can't change the past. But
No.
I'd like you to be part of my future as well. You've been my father figure for ever since he died. And I would like you to be part of the wedding. And if you'd walk me down the aisle, I would love that. Aw. I'm crying. I'm fine.
He listens very intently. There is a strange smile. And he nods. He'll put a hand on your shoulder and turn to you and say, I would be honored to share that day with you.
Lauren's probably tearing up a little bit, pretending she's not.
He'll just slowly pull her into a hug, which is much more of a just dragging motion as he pulls her closer to him. He's a very big guy.
Yeah.
And you're just like enveloped underneath his bicep. Just fucking squished.
Yep.
There.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Perfectly fine. We've both shed more than enough tears and hardly enough on this account. I don't think that there's any rights or wrong to be said there.
Yeah. It's coming up very quickly, so I do apologize for the late notice.
When is it?
Whatever date that Alexi and the others can attend.
In like a week?
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that is soon.
Yes, I didn't want to miss out on again. So.
Understandable. Is there a dress code, or he'll kind of look down at his like warden's robes? Would these be acceptable, do you think?
I think so. I think it's whatever you're coming.
I don't really own any other clothes, truth be told, so...
Well, if you would like something else where I can have that arranged.
Oh, I haven't felt a need for other clothes myself, but if it would be more appropriate, obviously, I would be more than happy to go find something.
I barely understand what I'm doing. I'm planning a wedding in a month. I am so stressed. Burberry's handling the clothes for me.
Your preacher friend.
Yes.
I'll reach out to him then. I'll see what he thinks.
Okay. Yeah. But I miss you. I'm glad I was able to see you again.
Me too. Been very busy these past few months.
I have.
I'm not going to say knock it off, but I will say come visit more. I would very much like that.
And this, something I just very, very recently learned how to do, and it's not plausible at the moment to do it, But after it's all said and done, I could bring back a version of him. He might not be fully himself, but I buried his body in the deep. And he just might look. If that is something you'd like me to try.
He kind of stiffens at this offer. And he looks a little incredulous. Like, you could bring him back.
In a manner of speaking.
You could do this.
I could. I don't think he would be. I'm trying to figure out what spell it is. It's not regenerate.
Reincarnate?
Reincarnate, yeah. If you've heard of reincarnate.
That is extremely advanced druidic magic.
But I could do it. The problem is where the battle is occurring is where his body is. Because it's happening over by my old village. So there's no way to get there without things being an issue this time.
I suppose it might make for a somewhat strange wedding if you were to bring him back right now.
Well, I don't know entirely where Lasharog's fleet is. He could be.
Yes, well, I think perhaps it might be for the best then.
But I also wanted to give you that option. And time to think.
Thank you for letting me know. I will sit with this.
But I think
for now,
part of it is also on him if he wants to come back as well.
That is also true. Thank you, Lord. I will think on this.
Okay. Sorry. Drop that on you.
Very, very kind. Surprising. Didn't know that was within your capability.
Well, give me a little more time and I could probably bring him back to his true state without any problem.
You know, sometimes I dream I can hear your father's voice. Still. Can't imagine what he would say if he could see you now.
Lauren, you're getting kicked out of the Green Wardens. I'm so proud of you, darling. Something like that, I would imagine.
I can't imagine that's terribly far off, but raise the dead, I mean, you could find him. It's only been a few years.
Yes.
You might be able to bring him back too.
Potentially.
There's no knowing what you could do in a year's time if you keep up this pace.
Yeah. But I will let you think upon it.
I appreciate it.
So
Thank you very much.
At the end of the day, I do believe it is your call.
End of the day, it would be his call,
That too.
ultimately. But I thank you nonetheless. And he will kind of resume his meditation. The breathing's a little ragged for the first minute or two, but he steadies himself pretty quickly, and before long he's back to that slow, steady in and out. You leave him there?
What?
Said, do you leave him there?
I think she would probably just say, it's like, if you ever want to, let me know.
He'll nod. He'll continue.
Oh,
Stop breathing.
I think she would look around for a second, and then she would, like, telepathically talk in his head and tell him where the house is. But it's a secret, so don't tell him. It's our little safe haven away from all the bullets.
He cracks one eye and just mimes a zipper across his mouth.
Okay, well, that's it.
All right. He probably pops in a couple times leading up to the wedding.
Okay.
Brings over some like tea and some food and cooks dinner. Literally just like knocks on the door, thanks you for letting him in, and then immediately just fucking beelines to the kitchen. Like one of these.
Does he have to
one of
fight
these days,
Barnaby
like,
for the kitchen?
well, it's probably Snowell, Barnaby, and Ezek every now and then.
Yeah.
Wait, there are
What's
two
Alexis?
Noels now?
What's Alexi's response?
Oh, yes, there are.
Wait,
two
does that
Noels.
mean Barnabas is around here somewhere?
Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that.
If we brought him out, I would disappear. Poof.
Only
Whoosh.
one at a time.
Well, you need to do that again, because I got some words for him, words of wisdom.
You know, we could set that up after the battle.
He probably already does them if he's anything like you.
You see, I thought that, but then I realized he's not truly me. He's a copy of me, and the copy may not know what I know.
This is a very good point, actually.
It's true.
You are actually quite wise, as it turns out.
It's been interesting over the last few days. Me and my copy have started to diverge in what we know, being in different places, going to saying different things to different people. It'll be interesting to see how different we get.
I've almost cracked the gumbo recipe, I think.
You really like cooking. It's interesting.
You will not figure out the sacred ingredient. It will go to my grave.
I will find it one of these days.
Snow
Before I know
out.
it.
Snow, it's salt. It's just salt.
Don't
He
say it
thinks
out
it's
loud.
some big
Oh, come
secret.
on. Why'd you have to go and spoil it?
I'm sorry,
You know
what?
how long it took me to figure that out?
Barney cooked without salt for years.
that we established this. He made saltless gumbo for the entire first 100 and something sessions.
Oh, man.
And it was borderline perfect, thank you much.
I mean, it was really good. I couldn't complain.
But yeah, eventually, bachelorette party rolls around.
I did have this. I'm sorry. I did have a scene. I needed to jam in
okay.
short thing. Sorry.
Okay.
I needed to have an afternoon with Martin. That's all. And to be honest, we can RP it as much as you feel is necessary, but honestly, all I want out of it is just for Martin and Noel to have a good afternoon. If there are things that Martin wants to say to Noel, I think she would probably make it clear that she's gonna be gone after this for a while, and I'm not gonna see him again for a bit, and she's going somewhere dangerous. He knows that.
I think he would sit and really, really think about it. And after a few minutes of silence, he would finally just crack with a big sigh and say, I couldn't be prouder, and I love you dearly. Well, and I hate that you come back. Don't know that there's any more to be said than that.
It makes me so happy that I don't think there is. I love you too, Dad.
Big hug.
Yes. I think she takes him to get food and takes him to some sort of outdoor performance of some kind, maybe some sports or something. Just something nice and peaceful between the two of them.
Some good old-fashioned sports ball.
Yeah, a little sports ball.
The Freeport Sportsers.
Yes. I think that one got a touchdown.
Wait, would that be the free sport?
The Freeport Free Sport. I don't know if sports happen.
They watch a ball game.
We go to a baseball game. I buy peanuts. But we have a very nice. That's all I wanted with it. It's just they have a very nice afternoon together, and they get to say some kind of a goodbye if they needed it.
That's fair. Get back to the house, and I think Snowwell is trying to teach Jade how to cook.
I feel like Jade asked her.
I think she is going to be so surprised because she does not cook at all. I don't know what I'm doing.
Was that Jade or Snowell? I can't tell their voices apart.
They're the same now.
Yeah, one. But yeah, they're hanging out. Bachelorette party.
Yes.
What becomes of ye?
I genuinely, me as a player, don't know what happens at a bachelorette party, so someone guide this for us, please.
Someone better
No.
get Lauren some male strippers.
It depends on how wild you... Like, bachelorette parties are kind of whatever you want to do, but a lot of people use them as, like, oh, one last chance to do all this crazy stuff before I get married. But in Lauren's case, she already does a lot of crazy stuff, so it's going to be terrifying.
Crazy stuff.
Her bachelorette parties, like tea time with the girls.
I was gonna say, it's like I feel like Lauren's gonna keep doing crazy shit in the marriage.
It's the opposite. Like... We have a quiet book club.
Quiet night with our.
Did everyone read chapter 10?
Saren's like, what the fuck is this? Where are the strippers? No.
You have to work your way up to the strippers. So you see, what you do is you start with 3 dragon ante and loser takes shots. And then you go to the strip club and continue to drink and also eat.
Yeah, I think they'd go out and drink and stuff.
All right.
Who knows? Maybe they'll go skinny dipping in the nearby lake.
Oh, I feel like
There was like a. We go skinny dipping in a nearby lake. Oh my god. Lauren's gonna like tell him. Oh no, she can't tell him. Oh, she has a sending stone. She'll sending stone to Adler and be like, I have the greatest views right now. You should be jealous.
I feel like a lord would just turn into a shark or a crocodile and just try to troll all the other party.
I feel like the reply you get from Adlar is really slow. He says, "That's great."
Well, we know what he's doing for the bachelor party.
You're high as fuck, aren't you?
You fucking know it.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be a big thing, but I do think Lauren would go out and have a little gal night.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burberry's totally invited.
To Gal Night?
Are you sure?
Hey, Burberry, you coming to the bachelor party?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, Burberry, if only you could be in two places at once.
Never again. Well, maybe again, but for now, never again.
I do want to go see male strippers, though.
We could probably do that.
What?
I do like male strippers.
Oh, Garrick would be there too.
If we're gonna go see male strippers, we should probably tell Burberry. I know he loves them.
Burberry, we're gonna go see male strippers. Do you
Listen, just because I don't partake doesn't mean I can't appreciate a good thing.
Burberry, you get a sending from Noelle, and she's kind of drunk, and she's like, "We're going to the bun house. Do you want to come, Burberry? Meet us there."
Okay, I feel like Burberry is going to go just because the word "the bun house" kind of worries him. So he just wants to make sure they get home.
It's actually very upscale. Everyone's got these like cute fishnets, these rabbit ears, little fluffy tails.
I was gonna say it's got to be rabbit themed.
I feel like a lord would see Burberry. What were you guys doing at the bachelor party?
I want to imagine the bachelor party is literally just a giant feast of munchies, and everyone's high.
Yeah,
Probably.
like
They open the door and smoke just like.
We literally hotbox the entire house.
Adlar would have had Rainer and Secundo come over.
Okay, no. So they're all getting like stoned, right? And so at one point, Burberry just goes, "Hey, Adlar, could you tell me which way the bun house is?"
Oh my god!
I don't live here, man.
I got an even better idea.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. No, it's fine. I have this. I'll see you all tomorrow.
The edge of Little Sarah Shore. It's like...
Of course, Rainer fucking knows.
You, Rainer.
I got an even better idea.
Can't listen.
No, I like the idea that Rainer draws an absolutely terrible map, and it's so bad, but somehow
You find your way there.
Burberry still finds it. Like
The turns
Find
are
the
all
path.
right.
Find
Yeah, no,
the
it
path,
says-
Burberry.
it says no. It says like I do have that. It says like turn left, but I'm like, isn't 3 lefts just a right? So I'll turn right. So like the directions are wrong, but the way I go is wrong, but I still make it there
It's
somehow.
the way he goes every time because he always stops at this like little fucking cafeteria on the other side.
Yeah. What
Oh
what
yeah,
was
then
your
Burberry
idea?
inexplicably comes with kolaches.
For the bachelor party, instead of hotboxing the entire house before Noelle left, we had her put down that the hut.
Tiny. It would
Oh,
go. It
or
would go
Snowell.
away if I left.
Noelle could cast it.
But then she'd use a spell slot.
Yeah, she
No, it's a
can.
ritual. It's a ritual.
Oh, does that not use a spell slot?
Yeah, rituals don't use spell slots.
No, yeah, she can just do ritual stuff whenever she wants, I suppose.
And then we just hotbox it with the most potent stuff we can find.
If Foel is down to do, or sorry, Snowell is down to do that, yeah, absolutely. Hot
And then we
sauce
just had
with
monkeys.
Tiny
You go to the best night party, you tell me what it's like. I'll stay here, I'll tell you what this one.
Hut. Okay.
You get both experiences.
Yes, new experiences for both of us.
Her eyes are so red by the time you get home.
Wow, you are high as fuck.
Just like slumped in a fucking armchair, just like hands up. It just like looks at you and then just continues staring at the ceiling.
Wow. Was it fun?
It was as smoky as Barnaby claims his armor to be.
It got smokier after you left.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm glad you came with me.
Where did Where does Lauren find Adlar? And like Doto.
They're like up in the tower room, just like passing a joint back and forth, like just shooting the shit. Hey, Lauren, hey, what's up?
They're just in the bedroom.
All right, did I hear my name? I was stepped away for a moment.
What is Barnaby doing during the bachelor party?
Being far away from it, probably fishing.
Oh, no cooking. That's too bad.
I mean, I'll have set up a thing of gumbo.
All right.
I will cook for it, but I will not be
Hang on,
present
gumbo.
for it.
There's a
It'd be
handful
really
of
funny
like
if we could.
runs to the kitchen to grab more gumbo and pass it back out in the hot box.
It's my big
Back
cauldron,
into the
so
dome.
there's plenty.
Sure.
It'd be really funny if we could get somebody to light a blunt and then stick it in one of the joints of Barnaby's armor that he can't reach.
Awesome.
If you do that, I will punch you.
So my brain just went like, if Foal does do the dome as a ritual and they do use it on hot box, Barnaby doesn't even need to go in. He could just put his arm through it past Gumbo and pull it out because the smoke wouldn't leave the bubble.
That's true.
And then
But then his family would get high.
whenever Snowwell leaves, and it's just solid smoke for a second.
It would definitely do the like
then it
balloon pop
disperses.
thing where it's just like. I feel like Noelle or oh my god, Snowell. I named her. I can't get her name right. I feel like Snowell would accidentally leave. That's probably how she would just like. She's like, I'm gonna go get some more snacks, and she just gets up and it just.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Quick, close the windows.
Keep it in.
Oh no, they only close from the outside.
Well, the girls get drunk, the guys get high, and we all meet back up and we fall asleep.
Yep.
You guys are so hungover in the morning.
And then
Oh no, Burberry's gonna do lesser restoration before he goes to bed.
That's fair.
I think 2 to 3 days out from the wedding, Lauren's gonna go pick up everybody from place and take them to Farrell. Get them checked into the rooms and be like, right, this is where you'll be staying.
I think they are very taken with Farrell. They step out of the tree and see the beach and the water and the sand. It's just like, oh, this is nice.
And not cold.
Someone in the group is like, why didn't we hide here?
He knows I come here. Otherwise,
Well,
I had to think of the most non-Triton area that would be, and I still wanted to give you water, so lake.
the village is lovely, yeah, I mean, they get very settled in very quickly.
Yeah, I feel like she's like, after it's all done, if you guys want to come back out here and live, I can arrange that probably.
Sarah is all for it. As are a few other people in the village.
Oh,
Wow, big fussy.
sorry.
So,
I'm mimicking the boy. There's
You can
whinny.
hear him.
are there any other orders of business before the wedding to take care of?
I think that's my checklist.
Right. So
I mean,
fast
aside
forwarding
from
to
random armor acquisition and stuff, but yeah.
the 19th, you said?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I think probably makes sense to call the session here and pick up the wedding at the top of next session. Just seems like 20 minutes is not really going to cover like a whole.
Do you think we can get through the
Ceremony.
ceremony and then do the reception next session?
Could theoretically.
If
you guys are okay
I
with
mean, it depends on. It's kind of how you want to do it. Like, do you want the beginning part to be the more involved or the latter half?
I feel like it makes sense for like the reception to be more involved than the ceremony itself. Like I think it's going to be involved, but I feel like the receptions where we're going to be able to talk to people, there's going to be a lot of interaction with a bunch of different people and stuff like that. While during the ceremony, it's like, oh, this is just them two, basically.
It's just things happening, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so one question.
Hmm.
Does anything go wrong with the flower girl or the ring bearer?
Well, I guess to start out, the day of the wedding.
Okay.
Where is this taking place? Are we doing this like in the resort? Or are we doing it on the beach?
On the beach.
On the beach.
Let's make some glass.
Okay. There is a pretty sizable crowd assembled. Can do. I would say that it's, you got your family, you've got Adlar's family, you've got Adlar's family's friends, which is a considerable amount of people. There are definitely some looky-loos from the resort, kind of like lingering, by the gates, just kind of like watching the events unfold. There's Alexi and Aaron and Gerald all make it. Gideon would have passed along that somebody needs to stay with the ship. That would be deeply irresponsible of him to leave it unattended.
Such a goody two shoes.
Extremely valuable piece of military.
I know.
Not leaving it with a pack of kids. But he would have passed along his well wishes. And I think, Burberry, you probably would have gotten the sending, like, give me the signal when you're ready.
Aww.
Cute.
He'll telecommute to this.
Phone in.
Who else would have been invited? Azek would be there,
What?
obviously.
Scratch.
Scratch.
Wait, not Scratch. I'm thinking of the news guy. The news guy.
Oh, Strat.
Strat.
Strat. Okay, I was close.
Strat got an invite. Oh.
Oh, that reminds me. In the reception, I should give him his invite.
It's like, what's this?
Next week.
Oh. Like pockets it very quickly.
I think she would have went and gotten the one guy that was rebuilding the tower on Montybon.
Oh, Brynbor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The Green Dragonborn?
Yep.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, she would have grabbed him.
It's like, it's so good to see everybody again. Wow. Oh, Raider and Secunda would be there.
Yep.
Susanna would be there.
Noshrog's totally invited.
Ostrog.
Lostrog sitting in the crowd with a big mustache and glasses.
I didn't need to. You never saw me coming.
No, I'm Millicent Bystander.
You do not see anyone matching Lostrog's description.
I know. I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
I think sir.
I will say, I think Gerald probably would actually do a couple of passes like through the crowd as everyone's kind of like assembling, just kind of poking around. You can see he's got some kind of spell up as he's like looking at people. Every time he finishes a pass, he'll give you a thumbs up and just go back to his seat.
Vigilant as ever.
I think that's about it. I'm sure she has some like friends at the Green Wardens. Probably.
Most of them are on the ship.
Yeah. Garrick would be there, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's actually probably one of the ones on the ship, truth be told.
Oh. Well, she would have asked Alexi to make sure he came.
Yeah. So there's maybe like a handful of your closest friends from the ship that came with like Alexi and Gerald and Aaron.
Yeah.
So not a huge wedding. Probably like.
I think a
60,
lot of
70
the party members are from Adler's side because most of the people she knew got just fucking away months ago.
It's a lot of elves that you just do not know. You have no idea who these people are. But like everyone who like walks past you is like very like they're just like, oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I don't remember any of their names. Thank you.
Eventually, time comes for the ceremony to commence. The musicians off to the side start up on woodwinds and strings, and you will see Adlar take to the stage with Dodo beside him, and John and Barnaby, if they were willing to join in as groomsmen.
I figured I was going to be security, but I guess I can be groomsman.
If you want to run security, Barnaby, he would not twist your arm, but he definitely would have been like, you guys should come. We've done so much together. We killed a god. Well, you killed a god.
Well,
During the bachelor party.
Well, all the more reason to have good security. Who knows what kind of cultists you pissed off with that?
She's not coming to the wedding. He wasn't invited.
That's never going to stop them.
On the other side of the altar, there is Saren, Noelle, Jade. Noelle's probably sitting in like the front row, just like thumbs up, like you look great. Who else would have been in the bridal party? Garrick's in the bridal party?
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
And as the music picks up, Azuk would walk you down the aisle, slow and steady, set you up next to Adlar. I think he literally does actually like stop just in front of the steps, just like kind of picks you up and just sets you down at the top of the steps.
I think she'd laugh. She's like, I'm really.
And he'll head back to his seat. Susanna, to answer the ring bearer question, looks terrified as she is sort of guided by her brother up to the aisle, and all these people turn to look at her. And she goes like right in the face.
I'll cast Calm Emotion.
Okay.
Hope.
And the color starts to come back a little bit. You see her breathing, which started to kind of like freak out, like
Doing
steady.
so good.
Yeah, I feel like
just start walking now.
Lauren saw that, she would do like a because she can talk telepathically. She'd be like, "You're doing great. You're okay. Everyone's friends here." Do not.
You would just hear it. There's so many people.
I know. I don't know most of them.
She'll start walking down the aisle, and on the cushion, well, really not on the cushion. Beneath the cushion, you can see a couple of things draped. One dark, heavy fabric. The other, a much lighter, much airier fabric. And on the cushion, there is a ring. And looks like a necklace. And as you guys reach, or as Susanna reaches the foot of the altar, Burberry would be able to step down and begin to hand items to each of you.
Great job.
You can see kind of a slightly vacant smile, but it's serene. So you take the necklace and the ring, you hand them to Aloran and Adlar. And Aloran, you can exchange your jewelry.
I wrote things.
What is it that you put on his finger?
Wait, what did you write, Burberry?
Oh,
All right.
Well, you don't put that stuff on until after the vows are said, right?
No, they're usually at the end.
Anyone who knows how a wedding works.
The vows are at the end. Like at the...
Listen, it's different in Feral.
Cat, you're the only person. Please help us.
I thought you were saying like vows and then you put the ring on afterwards.
Yeah, no, there's
supposed to kiss, I think? I don't know.
The kiss is at the end, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you guys kiss and then
then the vows and then the ring.
No, the I do's and the rings. Yeah.
The what? No, go ahead.
Listen, I just really like 27 dresses. That's all.
Fair enough.
All right. And while I'm doing this, I'm casting ceremony because that was when we did this.
Hey.
This is the vocal component.
Yes. Aloran and Adlar are a fascinating, complicated, and yet somehow also painfully simple match. While they might bicker from time to time alongside the occasional prank, usually involving relatives, their relationship is based on trust and respect. They trust their better halves will keep themselves and each other safe. When they disagree, they respect each other's opinion enough to listen, and when Adlar inevitably agrees with Aloran 90% of the time, he knows that she will...
should be like, that's because I'm right. And he knows.
He knows that she will bend when it's truly important to him. I have seen their relationship blossom and grow into something truly unique. We would all be lucky to find as good a match as these two have found in each other. Aloran and Adlar, I know that your trials have not quite yet ended, but let's face it, your love for each other will persist more stubbornly than your enemies ever will. May your days be blessed, may the gods watch over you, and may you continue to keep each other close to the end of your days. Now, please join hands. I understand you wrote your own vows.
Who goes first? All right.
As you place the ring and the cloak over his shoulders, what do you say?
Wait, Peter, do your voice real quick. Just say Adlar real quick for me.
Adlar?
Adlar. Sorry. Adlar.
I need that sereneness.
Oh.
I'll tell you. Ask Lauren about that later.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Adlar.
That sounded a lot like me.
Yeah. Okay.
Adlar. Writing this last night.
I feel overwhelmingly lucky to be standing beside you today. Thank you for accepting me for all that I am, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I know I haven't always made things easy for you, but thank you for always supporting and loving me. You have filled these past few months of my life with joy and have given me a sense of peace I didn't think I'd ever be able to find again. When I look at you, I know I will be safe as long as you're by my side. Even though the future is uncertain, I will not take our time together for granted. I will cherish every moment in your company. I promise to make you laugh when you're taking yourself too seriously. I also promise to never let you smoke a blunt alone. I promise to never let you stand alone against whatever the future holds. And because words cannot do it, I promise to show you for the rest of my life how much I love you.
Oh, that was very sweet.
Thank you. And then, engraved on the inside of the ring, it says, "My heart is yours," in Elvish.
Aww.
That's so cute.
He's like fidgeting a little bit with the cloak as he's kind of like looking it over. He's like, is he some manta ray?
Oh, and I can explain my gifts. The ring is a ring of warmth, so you can travel to the depths of the ocean with me and never be cold. And the cloak will help you keep up with me, so you can swim.
It's so good. Thank you. I also killed an animal and made you a cloak.
It's not a real manta ray, Adlar.
As he puts the necklace around your
Burberry approves of this cloak exchange.
in
a
It is
wedding and
very-
death.
It's very similar to the tooth necklace he's already given you.
Okay.
There are like 10 teeth on this thing.
Okay.
The two biggest ones look like big like canines, right?
Okay.
The other 8 are much more like hooked, almost like shark's teeth.
Okay.
And all of them look like they have been dipped in gold. And the rest of the chain has been beaded in these, what looks like handmade glass and gold beads. They're a little irregularly shaped. There's a little unevenness to them, but you can tell because of that it's handmade. The cloak, meanwhile, it looks pretty heavy as he puts it over your shoulders, but as it settles into place, it feels a lot lighter than it should. And you are sort of wrapped in this deep, kind of bluish black fur cloak, and the around the neck there are these 2 very long, thin, almost tendrils that kind of he kind of like wraps around your neck and like pins into place on either side on your shoulders. And as it settles into place, you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye there is this faint, almost like vibration coming from the fur. You can see like the light almost like shimmering and shaking over the fur.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes your hands and he says, Lauren. And then he reaches into his coat pocket and he pulls out a small piece of paper. And puts it back. When I first laid eyes on you, I could only think, here at last is a woman after my own heart. At the least, I imagined here is a person I could count among my closest friends, given enough time. Yet, within a week, you had proven to be so much more than that. You helped me save my oldest friend when no one else could. Within a month, you went on to save a whole other island from some terrible monster, and then captured a notorious criminal right out from under the noses of his best friends. Even now, you are about to go out and do battle against these terrible people and the army that they raised, and who knows what dark powers that they plan to unleash. And of course, you are going to win that fight too. You are without a doubt the most amazing person I have ever met. And there was a time, not too long ago, when I questioned what more I could even offer you. You seemed like you could do anything. But you let me in. And you shared what you've been fighting for with me. And for the first time in my life, I think I realized what I wanted from it. To be there for you. To stand beside you and support you and see you through this the best way I know how. That means everything to me. For all of the good times that we've shared, nothing means more to me than the fact that you let me see past all of that to see you and what's important to you and what you would risk your life for. And it would be my life's honor to stand beside you. Not just through the coming fight, but through everything that life will throw our way, for better or worse.
whatever the future brings, you are the one person I want to see it with. I love you, Alone. It's gonna nudge Burberry. Can we get married?
Well, by the power invested in me by the Syncretic Conclave, as I stumble over my own organization's name, I now pronounce you man and wife. Of course, you may now kiss the bride. Please keep it under 10 seconds.
We are running
Lauren's going to do 11 seconds.
Snowell in the front row is just making like a banging Barbies together motion with her hand. As you two
Well,
share
I
11
a kiss for 11 seconds.
I am proud to announce for the first time a very enthusiastic Mr. and Mrs. What's your last name?
Nudor.
Nord!
The crowd stands and claps. You will see Aloran and Adlar step down from the altar and pass down the aisle. Somewhere in the crowd, somebody incants the major image scroll, and you watch as rose petals begin to flutter down across the congregation. And as you guys leave the scene of the marriage, the crowd begins to rise behind you, and with a growing amount of excitement, they begin to kind of mob around you, and all of the elves from Adlar's side kind of work their way up towards you and then hoist both you and Adlar up onto their shoulders.
Oh, okay.
And begin carrying you down the beach towards all the food and tables that have been set up for the reception. So we'll pick up there next time.
Beautiful.
Look at that. We got that right at midnight.
Yep. I thought we could fit it in.
I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, no.
I was so mad. I actually ended up writing that speech twice because I accidentally deleted the first one.
No, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Wait, did you write that in the session?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I kept on there typing.
Yeah.
You looked really
Burberry's
focused for like an
frantic.
hour.
No. I was actually typing something else for part of that. But like,
Oh jeez.
yeah, no, I wrote it the first time, and then we had that whole money discussion, and I copied it over. And then whenever I copied the information for the potions to my character sheet, I lost the
Oh
speech.
no.
Fuck. That sucks.
Oh, that's
So
brutal.
that second time, I literally wrote it like 10 minutes before we started the ceremony.
Everything you can remember, just get it all down.
In the canon of the game, Berber, it fucking got burned up or something, or you dropped it in the ocean.
No, I like to think that Burberry actually presented it to Noelle, and she just returned it bleeding red. like, nope, too much. Scratch this.
That's harsh.
That's funny. But yeah, that's session 129, guys. Good shit.
Yay!
What a
We
lovely,
did.
lovely bunch of shit that we just did.
All these fucking emotions.
Yeah, we were sappy this session.
Welcome to the Crying Club, Chani. Officially, you can't deny it
You
anymore. You're a part of it.
Nope.
There's
I knew
only
it was
3
gonna
members.
happen.
Join
There's only
us.
3 members. It's a very exclusive club.
Yeah, I was trying not to, and I was like, damn it.
One of us.
One of us.
What's gonna happen? I'm an emotional bitch. God damn it.
Oh gosh, you cried during your own pretend wedding. How could
I
you?
know, right?
What a baby. Oh.
If that makes you a baby, I am the babiest baby of all the babies.
Yeah, I keep thinking you're done. I keep thinking you're gonna stop me from going, aww, and then you just go off and do it again.
All you gotta do is just blame Plet for cutting onions.
Yeah.
What did I do?
So she's just got to blame you for cutting onions until she's.
Yeah, really.
That's
Oh well,
I did it.
too many onions.
Also, for the record, the necklace is just a necklace. The cloak is a cloak of displacement.
Ooh, fancy.
Handy.
Oh, the displacer beast. Okay. I had a feeling it was.
You went to
kill the displacer beast?
beast.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
crazy.
No wonder he was panicking.
Where the fuck did you go?
Wow.
Wait, was there a non-zero chance that Adlar would just die?
No, he's got it. I did the math.
He ran the simulation.
I ran the simulation. He's got it. The Displacer Beasts only do like a fucking D6 per hit. Oh, excuse me, 2d6 per hit. But Adler's got skills.
Well, I guess I could say I've officially been in 2.5 weddings.
Soon to be 3. Noelle and Jade, let's go.
Yes. You only have to write one more set of vows. Bless.
But I won't have to write a speech for this one.
That's true. You get to be best man, whatever you want to call it.
Man of honor.
Man of honor. Yeah.
Best dragon.
Cool guy.
No, I like the idea that it was like, oh, he actually knows how to do stuff? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I appreciate that me and Johnny both, and now Kat, both all had to write separate things outside of the session for this session.
Hey, I had to write my vows.
Oh yeah, well, you write tons of stuff outside the session for every session.
Yeah, you're the DM.
It is expected of you.
What you're supposed to do.
And there you go. Fucking bulk of the thing.
Oh.
Perfect.
Well,
Anyway, MVP?
yeah, MVP.
All
vote.
right.
Lauren does make sense.
I mean,
I guess.
what else could you choose?
I'd say Noelle, but
Gotta choose the wedding
I
woman,
appreciate that.
the what?
the bride.
Yeah, you gotta choose the bride.
Yeah, it's our wedding gift.
Yeah, that's our wedding gift.
Yeah, inspiration that I already have.